I had no idea what to even expect with that.
I mean, yeah, Carmen, let's effing go.
I had never seen that before. Thanks, Mom. But I saw that Baker did redirect, so we went ahead and started a little early. So thank you, Baker Raiders. Um, I am Carmen, spawn of AJ. Like the song says, I am not a 12-year-old boy. I am a 30-year-old female. But sometimes I get confused when I look in the mirror. So the trial that we're doing actually happened in 2003 in Fort Worth, Texas. So it's the Chante Mallard case. They try to say it was a hit and run, but most of you would think normally when you hit and run, like the other party stays there. No, she actually hit a homeless person, and he went through her windshield and was stuck in the windshield. So she was 25 when this happened. The victim was 37. She, instead of calling 911, she actually drove past police stations, drove past the fire station that her brother was actually a lieutenant at, drove past the hospital, drove past like a 24-hour phone booth, and decided to go home with him in the windshield and park her car in the garage. He did not die immediately. She actually, it was like 2 or 3 days until he had actually passed away. And during that time, like he was moaning and groaning, like she knew he was still alive, and he was begging for her to help him. And she didn't. Um, and then to make matters worse, once he did pass away, they dumped his body in a park, hoping that the police would just think, somebody basically just beat the hell out of him. But luckily, the police weren't stupid. They were like, "There's no blood here. There's, uh, there's drag marks. Like, obviously, this didn't happen here." So the past couple of days, we've heard from the off-duty firefighter that was actually strength training at the park when two other individuals came up to him and was like, "Hey, there's a body over there." Um, and then heard from a police officer, and then heard from Miranda Daniels' mom. Um, I guess Chante Mallard had told her what happened. Miranda Daniels told her mom, and her mom's like, "No, you need to do the right thing." And so the police were able to get involved. And then, so today we will hear from, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm just going to let them do it. But they call her TT, which was Chante Mallard's best friend. And then that'll be about an hour and a half. And then the first officer, he actually gets recalled, and that's only like 8 minutes long. But I'm gonna go ahead real quick, say hi to people. Oh, I got a lot of people to say hi to. Stu, thank you so much for your membership for 1 month. We are very, very happy and excited to have you. Zach, Gabby, that's for you.
Yep, I seen it.
Hello, hello. And then hello, Frank. Hello, Lavi. Hello, Flashbang. Hello, Mr. Let's Go. Why do you keep trying to put your mom up in the basement? She's old. Sometimes you just have to do that. She just goes in the basement. Hello, other Jules. And if I pronounce some of your names wrong, I'm sorry. I'm horrible at pronouncing names. If I missed you, hello. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me know how the audio is. It sounds really, really loud to me, but hopefully it is okay for you guys. Say hi one more time. Hello. It's good to have you. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I have to remember to share the screen because I always forget. All right.
So, swear affirm testimony about to give the cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. If you'll have a seat right here, print your name on the pad there, and then pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Bring in the jury. All right. Counsel for state, you can call your next witness.
The state calls Talisi Fry.
Let the record reflect this witness been previously sworn. You may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you say your name for the record? And can you write, have you already written down the spelling of it for the court reporter?
Yes, I have.
Okay, state it for the record then.
Talisi.
Okay. And is that what you go by?
No.
What do your friends call you?
T.
Okay. And do you know Chante Mallard?
Yes, I do.
And does she go by Chante when you're with her?
No.
What do you and the rest of her friends call her?
Tay.
Okay, do you see her in the courtroom today?
Yes, I do.
I need you to point to her and describe what she's wearing. Or better yet, do you see her standing in the courtroom right now?
Yes, I do.
Is she the woman that's standing at the defense table?
Yes, she is.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, may the record reflect this witness is identified the defendant.
Shall so reflect.
So when you say Tay, and I don't know how you would spell it, but T-A-Y, Tay, you're talking about Chante, right?
Yes.
Okay. T, did you grow up in this area?
Partially.
Okay. Well, where'd you grow up?
Chicago, Illinois, Atlanta, Georgia, and out here.
Okay. How much of your life have you lived here in Tarrant County?
Junior high.
Okay. And what's your family consist of?
My mother and my 4 siblings.
Okay. How many siblings?
4.
Okay. Do they all live in this area?
3 of them.
What's your mother do?
She's retired military.
Okay. And where'd you go to school?
Arlington Heights High School.
Okay. Did you graduate?
Yes, I did.
Do you have any college?
Yes, I do.
Where do you have some college from?
Eastern New Mexico University, Tarrant County College, Cedar Valley College, and Georgia State University.
Did you get a degree from any of those colleges?
No.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I work in nursing.
Okay. Are you a nurse's aide?
Yes.
Are you certified?
Yes.
And how many years have you been doing that?
Since 1994.
Has it all been working for the same place or different places?
Different places.
Okay. And currently you work in the Richmond Hills area?
Yes.
What do you do as a nurse's aide? What does that work consist of?
Assisting elderly patients with their daily lifestyle activities.
Like what?
Dressing, feeding, things like that.
Okay. Do you do anything? Do you ever check their vital signs, pulsing someone?
Sometimes.
Okay. You know how to check a pulse?
Yes.
You know how to take a temperature?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you do any medicating?
No.
Okay. If something serious is needed to be done, what do?
You get the head nurses.
Okay. And are you certified as a nurse assistant?
Yes.
And are you certified in CPR?
Yes.
And to be a certified nurse assistant, do you have to take any kind of exam?
You have to take a state exam.
Okay. And to become a certified nurse assistant, what did you have to do?
You had to take a 2-week course where they train you in all the different things that you're going to be doing when you get out on the floor.
Okay. So do you have a certification card that has an ID number on it now?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have to take any continuing training or education to keep your certification?
You have to have 12 hours of in-service training a year.
Okay. And is that usually done outside of your current employer or while you're working, where you're working?
It's the facility that you work for.
And Chante Mallard, she's certified nurse assistant too?
Yes, she is.
Has she had that position or done that type of work since you've known her?
Yes.
Besides the work you do as a nurse assistant, do you have any other means of employment or making money?
I do hair.
Okay. And when you say you do hair, what do you do?
I do braiding and weaving
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
since 95, 96.
Okay. Did you have any formal training in that?
I went to Aladdin Beauty College for a while.
Okay. And what apartments do you live in
Currently,
currently?
Falcon Ridge Apartments.
Okay. And back in October of 2001, were you living at those same apartments?
No,
Where were you living back then?
Carol Oaks.
How long have you known Chante?
A couple of years, since about 99, 2000.
Okay. And how did you happen to meet her?
I did her hair.
Okay. And how long did it take, when you say you did her hair, how long does something like that take?
About 8 hours.
Okay. And when you did her hair, was that the first time you met her?
Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all become friends?
Yes.
Okay. And at some point, would you say you became best friends?
Yes.
And did you ever live at the same residence as Chante lived at?
Yes, I did briefly.
Okay. Would that be the residence on Wilbarger?
Yes.
3840 Wilbarger?
Yes.
About when did you live with her?
That was around like 99, 2000, somewhere in there.
Okay. So you're familiar with her house and its layout, right?
Yes.
May I approach her on it? I'm showing you what we marked for identification as State's Exhibit 157. Do you recognize this drawing?
Yes.
Did you make this drawing?
Yes, I did.
And does this fairly set out the rooms and set up Chante's house at Wilbarger?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, we'd offer State's Exhibit 157 into evidence.
You know, Mr. Alpert's diagrams and mine are much alike, Judge. No objection.
State's Exhibit number 157 will be admitted.
Let me just make sure that I got the orientation of this diagram correctly here. Can you see this? Okay. Now, I'm holding it the right way, I think. Is this the front door?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And when you have a opening area that's filled in dark, is that a hard door
Yes.
as opposed to area like this, which is an entryway but no door there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that's the front door.
Yes.
And you've got here marked front bedroom and master bedroom. Which bedroom does Chante stay in?
Usually the master bedroom, but as the season changes, she'll move to the other bedroom.
Okay, because of temperature?
Yeah, one room stays cooler in the summertime and one stays much warmer in the summer.
Okay.
Well, in the wintertime, and that one stays much cooler in the summertime.
So the master's cooler and the front bedroom's warmer.
Yes.
Okay. So when you walk in the front door, if you want to get to the garage, what's the room you're walking in here?
The living room.
Okay. So you go up to the living room. You have to go into the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay. And then you go to the right here, and this is a hard door, right?
Yes.
To the garage.
Yes.
And does it have an electric garage door opener in the garage?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And as long as you've known her, she lived at this residence?
Yes.
Is there a group of women that y'all kind of hang out with?
Yes, there was.
Okay, and was meaning, let's talk about the period before October 2001, or around that time, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so who's in your group? There's besides yourself and Chante.
Shakita Young, Joanna Davis, and Greta Williams.
Okay, and when y'all met each other, did y'all both know all these women at the same time, or the groups kind of merged as y'all became friends?
We sort of merged.
Okay. Now, you didn't mention Miranda. Do you know Miranda Daniels?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And whose friend was she?
She was mine.
And do you still have contact with Miranda?
No.
And did Miranda actually live with you a couple of times?
Yes, she did.
Was Chante seeing anybody in October of 2001?
She was off and on with someone,
Okay. And who was she off and on with?
Terrence.
Okay. And in October 25th of 2001, was she in the on or off period with Terrence?
She was in the off period.
Okay. And was she employed in October 2001?
Yes, she was.
And was that as a nurse's assistant?
Yes.
And where was she working? Do you know?
IHS of Benbrook.
Okay. Do you know where she was working before that job?
I can't remember.
Maxim Agency?
Yes.
What is the Maxim
It's
Agency?
a temporary agency.
Okay. Was she doing nurse's assistant work for them too?
Yes.
Did she ever work at Allstate Hospital?
Yes, she did.
And was that as a nurse's assistant?
Yes.
And ultimately, did she work for Stonegate?
Yes, she did.
And was that as a nurse's assistant?
Yes.
And how often in October of 2001, how often would you say you spoke to Chante on the phone?
Sometimes daily.
Okay. How many times in a given day would you say y'all would talk?
Maybe once or twice.
Okay. Did y'all go out a lot together?
We hung out, yes.
Okay. When y'all went out, how would that normally work? Would it just be you and her, or would it be a group?
We were ultimately planned for a group, but it didn't always work out that way.
Okay. On October 25th, 2001, did you have some plans to go out with Chante?
Yes, I did.
And did that night, was the original plan that it was going to be a group or just the two of you?
Originally, it was going to be a group, but things fell through, and it ended as just Chante and I.
And was there any particular place you planned to go that night?
To Joe's Big Bamboo.
And was there anything going on there, anybody that either one of you were planning on seeing there?
Yes, there was.
Who was that?
Vaughn and his friends had planned to be there at the club, as well as we were going for the drink special.
Okay. Did you know Vaughn?
No,
Had you met him?
no.
Had you heard his name mentioned by Chante before?
I've heard it, but I didn't know him.
Okay. Was there any kind of celebration was supposed to be going on with Vaughn and his friends there?
No, nothing in particular, just meeting.
Okay. And Joe's Big Bamboo, what kind of place is that?
It's an adult nightclub.
Okay. So is there, you eat food there? Is it just dancing, drinks? What's it like?
Dancing and drinking.
And what city is that located in?
Arlington, Texas.
And had y'all been there before?
Yes.
And was there something special, did you say, about Thursday nights as far as the drinks?
It was 69-cent drink night.
Okay, is that all drinks are 69 cents?
All drinks except for shots.
Okay. And did you work that day?
Yes, I did.
What hours did you work?
7 in the morning till 3.
And did Chante work that day?
Yes, she did.
What hours?
2 in the afternoon until 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. So how did y'all get together?
Chante left work and came to my house after stopping at her house
And did she have to stop at her house for anything in particular?
for her attire, her clothes.
Was that unusual for her to work till 10 and then y'all to get together and go out somewhere?
No,
And what time would you say she got to your house then?
it was somewhere between 10:30 and 11, about 10:45 and 11:15.
May I approach the board, Your Honor?
You may.
What blows my mind with this, she is a nursing assistant. Like, she knows.
Chante?
Yeah. Like, it just, I mean, on top of her driving past every spot to get him help, she's a nursing assistant. She knows better.
Yeah. obviously she was beeped up from the
Oh,
E
yeah.
and all that other stuff that she was doing that night.
Yeah, I
But
forg-
in my mind, like if I did all the stuff that she was doing that night and then drove home, I'm pretty sure I would still know that I, hit and run someone or hit and
Well,
bring them home with me, someone.
yeah, I mean, I forgot to say that part earlier that she had taken illegal substance and then went to the bar, closed the bar down, and then smoked a little Mary Jane afterwards. But she went to her friend's house. Then she drove home.
Yeah.
But it's like, even if you were that messed up, when you walk into your garage the next day and you're like, there's a person hanging out of my windshield.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
You
so
would.
crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then the statement that the lawyer read yesterday of what she said had happened about how she had spoken to him while he was like in her windshield.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
can you even really believe that though?
I don't.
I mean, because I guess I don't know, because why would somebody say that? Because that's just going to bring a more severe charge on you because he was still alive. You know, she could have, she first of all, she should have just drove right to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not a deer. He's a human being. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is. I have to correct Les. I'll drink a beer. I'll drink a beer
I'll drink
without a
a beer.
membership.
I'm
I'll drink
drinking
more
rum
beer.
with I'm drinking rum with a membership. How you like it
Drink
now?
more beer. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And that's right. Get him, Sue. Get him. Because she does. Like I've told the past couple of streams, my mom actually really does need a new computer. That's what all super chat, super stickers, membership, all of that stuff. That's what it's going towards. Because she really, in order to keep the stream going and all that good stuff, that is actually what it's being, like all of that is going towards. But let's keep going. See what other dumb shit this person's about to say.
Probably a lot.
Okay. So about 10:45. And you live in an apartment, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, while y'all are there at the apartment, what do y'all do?
We do last minute preps and generally have a drink and get ready to head out.
Did you have any drinks that night?
Yes, we did.
How many drinks did you have?
We had one.
Did you
I'm
share?
sorry. No, I had one.
Okay, how many did she have?
One.
Okay. Did you do anything else there at the apartment?
Yes, we did.
What else did you do?
We split an X pill.
Okay, and when you say an X pill, you talk about ecstasy?
Yes,
Who had the ecstasy?
I had it.
And when you say you split it, how do you mean you split it?
We broke it in half.
Okay, how did that topic come up about splitting an X pill?
I mentioned to her that a friend had gave it to me, and she had said she had been wanting to try it, so I told her to just take half, and since it was her first time trying it.
Okay, and about what time would you say that y'all split the X pill?
Approximately about 11:15, somewhere along that line.
Your best estimate was 11:15 or 11:30, would you say?
It was about 11:30.
Okay. And y'all just split one pill?
Yes.
Okay. And did you leave after that?
Yes, we did.
And let me ask you this though: when you took the X pill, how do you take that? Do you swallow it? Do you chew it? What do you do with it?
You swallow it. You can swallow it whole, or you can chew it.
Okay. Do y'all know what you did that night?
We chewed it.
Okay. And you'd taken ecstasy before, right?
Yes.
Okay. And about how long does it take for you to start feeling the effects of the ecstasy?
If you chew it, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay. And after you took the X, did y'all leave?
Yes.
Whose car were y'all in?
Chante's.
And what kind of car does she have?
A gold Cavalier.
Okay. And how long does it take to get from your apartment to Joe's Big Bamboo?
Roughly 20 minutes.
Okay. And you left about what time?
About 11:30.
So you left right after you split the X?
Yes.
Okay. So if you took, it takes about 20 minutes. So would you say you got there by 11:50?
Yes.
And on the way to the club, do you drink anything else or take anything else?
We smoked a joint.
You smoked a joint. Okay. Now who had the joint?
Chante.
Okay. And she had it with her?
Yes.
Okay. That wasn't unusual for y'all to share a joint, was it?
No.
Okay. And so you got to the club by 11:50. And what happened after you got to the club? Did you see anybody?
Yes, we did.
Who'd you see?
We saw Vaughn and a large group of his friends.
Now, who introduced Vaughn to you?
Chante.
Okay. That coach owner?
You may.
I'll just show you the marked for ID is State's Exhibit number 159. You know that person?
Yes,
And who is that person?
that's Vaughn.
Okay. Would you go ahead and write Vaughn on under his face there? I'd offer State's Exhibit number 159 as evidence.
No objection.
All right. State's Exhibit 159 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to publish it by holding up in front of the jury coming in.
You may.
And did Vaughn have anyone with him there that you met?
Yes.
Who?
Herbert. Tyrone.
Tyrone?
Tyrone.
Okay, you ever met him before?
No.
Okay. Coach again, Your Honor.
You may.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 158. You recognize that person?
Yes.
Is that Tyrone?
Yes.
Would you write Tyrone under his picture right there? Tendering the defense, we offer State's Exhibit 158. No objection.
All right. State's Exhibit number 158 will be admitted.
Have I published it the same way, Your Honor?
You may.
So what do y'all do at the club?
Socialize, dance, drink.
Okay. 69-cent drinks, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how much would you say you had to drink there at the club?
Several drinks.
Okay. And you're going to have to help me understand what several means. Is several 1, 2, 3, 4?
It was 3 or more.
Okay. And do you have any idea how much Chante had to drink?
Roughly about the same.
Did y'all stay together most of the time?
Most of the time.
Okay. There were periods of time where y'all were apart?
Yes.
Okay. Did you dance?
Yes.
Did Chante dance?
Yes.
Did Chante have any plans to leave with anyone besides you that night?
There was an initial plan that her and Vaughn were supposed to hook up at her house.
Okay. That didn't happen, did it?
No.
What kind of drinks were you having?
Hurricanes.
Okay. And How are these drinks served? Are they in big fancy glasses or cups?
Paper plastic cups.
And for 69 cents, how strong a drink are you getting there?
Not real strong.
Okay. And what does Chante drink?
Hurricanes.
Okay. And how late did you stay at the club?
Till close.
Which would be what time?
2 a.m.
Okay. And did you have any plans, by the way, to meet anybody?
I had intentions, yes.
Okay. To meet with a boyfriend or a new friend?
I had intentions of possibly hooking up with a friend.
Okay. Did that happen that night?
No.
So y'all left together.
Yes.
And did you leave right at 2 a.m.?
No.
What'd you do?
We lingered around the parking lot socializing, and eventually we got the car.
Okay. And when you got the car, was Chante at any point in the driver's seat of that car?
She was for a brief second.
Okay. Was she driving it?
She pulled off for a little distance,
Okay.
but not really driving.
To what purpose was she pulling off a low distance?
She pulled off as if to leave, but it didn't look right. So
Okay. Was she being serious or was she goofing around?
at first I thought it was goofing around.
Did she appear to be intoxicated to you?
Yes.
Did you think she was in any condition to drive at that point?
No,
Okay. So who drove?
I did.
And do you remember what time you actually drove away from the club that night?
It was around 2:30.
May I approach the board, Your Honor? You may.
Okay. So 2:30, is that 2:30 a.m.?
Yes, it is.
And where'd you drive to from there?
To my place.
And I think you said it took about 20 minutes to get to the club from your place. Did it take any longer to get from the club back to your place?
No,
So that would be about what time when you arrived at your place?
about 2:50.
And what happened when you got to your place?
I pulled up and we both got out of the car. I offered to follow Chante home, and she walked around the car and she said she was okay. She didn't need me to, so.
Okay. If it had appeared to you that she was not able to drive, would you have stopped her?
Yes,
Could she have stayed with you that night?
she could have.
Okay. Did she borrow your phone before she left?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Did Chante have a cell phone?
No,
Okay. And in fact, prior to testifying, I asked you to take a look at some of your phone records to help with some times on some of this stuff. And did you find that she made a call that in the early morning hours before she left?
yes,
About what time was that phone call at?
about 2:50.
Okay. And how long after that did she leave?
Not even a couple of seconds, she left right off.
Okay, so did she leave right at 2:50 or a minute or two later? What was
It could have been a minute or two later.
Okay, 2:51.
I just want to point out, I know we said this yesterday. If your friend, acquaintance, whatever, is, pretty messed up and shouldn't be behind the wheel, don't let them get behind the wheel. Like, it's just blows my mind. I do want to say, I hope that goes in your favor, and we'll definitely be praying for you. Old soul, I don't remember if you remember from yesterday when Chante was like, "Oh, I only had X amount of drinks. Like, I wouldn't have been intoxicated." Like, that's, lady, you're on trial. Like, that's not something that you say. because I am stopped for just a second, I haven't really got the chance to go through it. Do want to thank the super chats. So Sue, Zach, and Frank, thank you so much for your super chats. They really do help a lot. And also Sue, thank you for being a member for 1 month. We really, really do appreciate it. Exactly. It's called impaired for a reason. I understand that, but that's, you gotta, if you know somebody that's impaired, don't let them take their keys, because probably wouldn't be in this situation or even have this trial if somebody would have taken her keys from her. And then also she wouldn't have be in this trial if she would have done the right thing. And called 911, got him help, drove him to a police station, fire station, hospital, something. And thank you so much, Gabby. Those of you who don't know, when Gabby says, ooh, piece of candy, I'm obligated to say it, but I say it really high pitched. So I'm going to mute myself and say it and keep rolling with this video.
251.
And where'd she go?
She was going home.
And what route does she take when she goes home? Are you familiar with that?
Pretty much,
Okay,
yes.
well, how do you get from your place to Chante's place?
You would go down Henley Etterville to Brentwood Stair and make a right on Brentwood Stair to 820. And you'll take a left and go 820 south to 287 north. And then you'll exit Will Barker Street.
Is that the normal route that you would take?
Yes, that's the fastest route.
And is that the normal route to your experience that she would take when she went from your place to her place?
Yes,
Okay, and you were with her some of those times she was going from your place to her place, weren't you?
yes.
Okay. So she leaves, and then what happens? What do you do?
I went in, took a shower, and got in the bed.
Okay. Did you go to sleep?
Yes, I dozed off.
And at some point, did something wake you up?
My phones.
Okay. Your phones. So you have your cell phone on still,
Yes,
and you have a regular phone.
yes.
Where's the regular phone located in your apartment?
By my bed.
Okay. And is that what woke you up?
Yes.
And did you answer the phone?
Not right off, I didn't.
Okay.
But eventually I did.
Not right off, meaning you were waking up?
Yes.
You grabbed it right away? Okay. How many times would you say it rang?
Not 3 or 4.
Okay. Now, when you answer the phone, are you answering your home phone or your cell phone?
I answered my home phone.
Okay. And was someone on the phone?
Yes, it was.
Who was on the phone?
Chante.
Okay. And what did she say?
She said, T, come pick me up.
Okay. And how was her voice when she said that?
It was sort of low, like as if a whisper.
Okay. Like she didn't want someone to hear her?
Yeah, that's like my initial impression, is like she was whispering.
Did she sound upset?
A little bit.
Okay. And at some point, did you actually call her back on your cell phone?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And do you know what time you did that at?
About 3:30.
And that's what you found out by looking at your phone records too, right?
Yes.
So that's 3:30 a.m.? And how close is that 3:30 a.m. to the time that Chante called? Is that about the same time that you're talking to her?
Yes.
Okay, so you said she called and asked you to come get her?
Yes.
So what'd you do?
I started trying to get information out of her as to why she wanted me to come pick her up. But she kept saying, just come pick me up, come pick me up. And eventually I dragged myself out of bed and started on my journey to go pick her up.
Now, before you left the house, did you do anything to shower, put on makeup, put on nice clothes or anything?
I had to put my clothes on.
Okay. So how long would it take, you say from the time that she made this phone call at 3:30, how long before you're on the road heading to her house?
About 15 minutes.
Okay. And did the phone records help you figure out when you got to her house?
Yes, I did.
And what time did you get to her house?
About 3:50.
3:50 a.m.?
Yes.
And when I say her house, we're talking about the house in Will Barber, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you get to her house, and do you go up to the door to get her?
No.
How does she get, what happens when you get there?
I pulled up in the front yard and Chante came running out from on the side of the house.
Okay, so she didn't come out the front door,
No.
didn't come out the garage.
No.
Okay, and what did she do when she came to your car?
She jumped in the car and started screaming for me to just drive.
Okay, they used the word screaming. Literally, she screamed.
Yeah, she was crying and screaming.
Okay, she was upset,
Yes.
very upset.
Yes.
You ever seen Chante upset before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. She a little melodramatic sometimes.
Sometimes.
Did she appear to be this time, though?
No, this was a little bit more extreme.
Okay. And so what did you do?
I drove. I pulled away from the house and started driving.
Okay. And driving, did you have anywhere in particular you were driving to as you left?
Not at first, but when she started screaming, I have to find Terrence, I have to find Terrence, that's when we initially got a destination.
Okay. And the time that you had that you know that she would have been in your car is related to her borrowing your cell phone right after she got in the car, right?
Correct.
That's the 3:50 time. And who's she trying to call?
I thought it was Terrence, but initially it was Vaughn.
Okay. So she's making phone calls while you're driving?
Yes.
Okay. And she's very upset.
Yes.
She's crying.
Yes.
Is she telling you what's going on? Are you asking her questions? Why are you upset?
I started inquiring about what was going on, what happened, and she started telling me.
Okay. Now, as she's telling you, are you still driving nowhere in particular? Or at some point, do you start heading to a particular place?
We were heading to different places.
Okay. What's the first place you headed to?
An apartment off of Trail Drive on the west side.
And whose apartment is that?
Terrence.
Okay. Terrence what?
I don't know his last name.
Is this the Terrence you said she was on again, off again with around before that time?
Yes.
Okay. And is that his apartment?
It was his apartment, but it was in her name.
She paid for it?
No, he paid for it.
Do you know why it was in her name?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Was when you got to his apartment, what'd y'all do? Did you park and both get out?
No. I pulled up and she got out.
Okay. Got out and did what?
Went to the door, but no one was there.
Okay. And how long would you say it took you to get from when you first left her place, driving with no place in particular, and ultimately then driving to his house? How much time would pass in that time period?
About 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. And did you have another destination that you were going to check out after you left Terrence's place?
Terrence's sister house.
And was that in that same neighborhood or somewhere else?
It was somewhere else.
What area of town was that going to be in?
In the Stop 6 area.
Okay. And about how long did it take to get from Terrence's house to the Stop 6 area?
About 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. And you're still driving, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got to Terrence's house, or Terrence's sister's house, what did you do?
I I pulled up and she went to look for him. He wasn't there.
Okay.
And we left.
So she came back to the car and you left. And where are you going now?
Back to her place.
Okay. And before I started talking about where you were going, you said at some point she started to tell you what happened.
Yes.
What was she telling you happened?
She had told me that she had hit someone and she didn't mean to do it. And she was just crying
Okay.
over and over.
Did she give you any more details than that, what she meant about hitting someone?
She said that she had hit a guy and that he was white and she was sorry, she didn't mean to do it, and she tried to get him off and just different stuff like that, babbling on and on.
She's still very upset.
Yes,
Okay. And you headed back to her place, right?
yes.
Okay. And any good estimate as to how long it took to get from Stop 6 area back to her place on her apartment?
5 to 10 minutes.
And you don't have any phone call records or anything to verify each of these times we're talking about now, do you?
No,
Okay. Do you have any rough idea how long you're going to be on the road from the time you first leave her house, before you're going anywhere in particular, then going to Terrence's, then going to her sister's house, then coming back? What is your best estimate of how long you're driving around?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
From the time that you left, the time she came out of her house and got in your car, all the places you were driving, even when you weren't driving anywhere in particular, how long before you came back to her house, would you say?
Less than an hour.
How much less than an hour?
I'd say about 50 minutes.
50 minutes?
About 45 minutes. From the time we left her house and drove around and everything and came back, roughly about 50 minutes to an hour.
50 minutes to an hour? Okay, so that would be, what, 4:40 to 4:50 a.m. you're getting back to her house?
Yeah, about that time.
Okay, so what happens now? You're back at her house. Do y'all stay in the car?
No, we both got out.
Okay. Did you go in the garage? You got out?
No, we went through the front door.
Okay. And where did she go when she got in the house?
She went in her bedroom area to try and find a phone number or something
Okay.
from her planner.
And which bedroom was she in during this time? Was this the master bedroom?
I didn't see. She just went through the hallway towards the bedrooms.
Okay. And what did you do?
I went in the kitchen and opened the garage door and looked in.
Why did you go in the kitchen and into the garage door? What were you looking to see?
When we were in the car, she was telling me about the body still being on her car, and it was in her garage.
She said that to you? She said the body was still on the car in the garage?
Yes, she did.
And so, did you go all the way into the garage?
No.
You just stand at the doorway?
Yes, I did.
Can you pull that out? And what did you see?
I saw her car parked in the garage and the back side of a body sort of hanging, looked like lodged out of the window.
Okay. See, I'm going to picture for you just a second. So if I understand.
If you see that, why do you not call 911?
Period. Period.
Am I the only person that is just mind blown?
No, you're not.
Of
And,
not
and I
calling
know
nine-
me, you have both seen some like cray stuff out there, like in real life. But like if you
Yeah.
see something like that, it's like, okay, bro. And the guy's still breathing? Come
He's
on
not
now.
only breathing, he's begging for help.
He's talking, he's begging, he's doing all these things. So she says, you know, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. Thank you so much. Let's go for the second super chat. I really appreciate it. We're actually 4 away from the goal that I had put up for my mom. So I do appreciate it. So super chats and super stickers. Stu, Zach, Frank, Gabby, Old Soul, Let's Go ×2. We really do appreciate that.
I sent a second one as well.
Did I miss it?
You must have, because you think I'm going to let Lesko just be the only one who sends 2? Jeez. I think not.
I only have 1.
Well, anyway, Baker says she was tripping basketballs. She didn't want the Narcan. You know, funny thing about Narcan is that she didn't need Narcan because she wasn't ODing. And she was fully aware. I mean, she got herself home, right? She pulled into the garage herself, right? She shut the garage. She had a conversation with this guy. And then what did she do? Go to bed?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she didn't. It's so crazy. Hey,
yeah,
thanks, Puddletown.
Yeah, thank you so much. Puddletown for the gifted memberships that went to Flashband, Grandma's House, Danny T, Carol Marine Mom 03. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. And then Michael Green Chalet Chicken. Really appreciate
Carol.
that.
Oh, no, you said that. Sorry.
So thank you so much, and congratulations to everybody that got a membership. We're going to keep rolling on this. I'm probably going to have a brain aneurysm.
Same.
But it's okay.
And you said the back side of the body. Do you mean the buttocks, the back side, literally?
Yeah, the backside.
Okay. Is the back side you're seeing, is it clothed or unclothed?
It was partially unclothed.
Okay, so you're seeing bare flesh.
Yes.
Okay. And how close did you get to it?
I didn't. I stayed right there on at the door and the stairs.
Okay. And so what did you see? No, that and the other one through the doorway, if you would. Is that not the view you had in the car?
Yes.
And did you turn the lights on before you looked in the car?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever get any closer to the car than what we see about that distance there? Did you ever leave the doorway?
No, I never left the top part of the stairs in the kitchen area.
Okay. And did the windshield look like that? Did it have the glass busted out?
Yeah, but there was more glass on the driver's side still intact.
Okay. About how much glass was on the driver's side?
Maybe about a half a foot more.
Okay. Tell me when I've got it right. Is it out to here?
Yeah, yes, about right there.
So about this much right here had glass still in it.
Yeah, and it was partially like hanging, like it wasn't broken all the way out. It was like part of it was still like meshed together.
Okay, so the glass particles are still together and hanging into the vehicle or out of the vehicle?
In the vehicle.
All right. And how long would you say you stood there and looked at the body?
About a second.
Okay. Did you ever approach the body?
No.
Did you ever go over to take a pulse and see if the person was alive?
No.
Did you see any movement?
No.
Did you hear any sounds?
No.
But you never did anything to verify whether the person you could see in the car was alive or not?
No.
Okay. Then what'd you do?
I shut the door and ran back in the living room, and I told Tay she needs to do something, that she needs to call 911.
We can turn the lights back up. Is that how you told her? We need to do something, Tay.
Yeah, I told her she needs to do something. She needs to dial 911.
Okay. What was your emotional state at that point?
I I became hysterical at that particular point because I initially didn't think that there was anybody in the car until I saw it.
Okay, so even though she had said that was what was going to be there, you didn't believe it till you saw it, right?
Correct.
Okay. And did she do what she told you to do? Did she call 911?
No.
Did y'all discuss it?
We tried, but she started screaming at me and yelling, and we ended up in sort of like a dispute.
A fight?
Yes.
A verbal fight or a physical fight?
Just verbal words.
Okay. Did she ever call 911?
No.
How long would you say y'all were in there arguing?
2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. And at some point, did somebody leave the house?
Yes, I told her I'm leaving. I don't want anything to do with this at all.
So what'd you do?
I went out the door and headed towards my car, and she followed.
Okay. Oh, and how long would you say you were, when you got to her house, how long were you at her house? How many minutes before you went in the garage?
Just about a minute or two.
Okay. No more than a minute or two?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so within a couple minutes of the 4:40 or 4:50 time, you're in the garage, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you left, and what did she do?
She came out behind me, and she jumped in my car too and left.
So you didn't tell her to get out of the car,
No, I told her I was leaving.
and she went with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and where'd you take her?
To my house.
Didn't take her to the police station.
No,
Didn't take her to the fire department.
no.
And was she still upset?
Yes,
Did she make any more phone calls?
no.
And in the time she was making the phone calls, was it just Terrence she was trying to reach, or Terrence or Vaughn?
It was Vaughn.
And this would be the same Vaughn that you met for the first time that night?
Yes.
And what happened when you got back to your place?
We went in, and she was still upset and crying, and she laid down on my living room couch, and I got in the bed.
Now, how is that set up? Where is the bed that you're going to be in relation to where the couch is?
I'm in the bed, which was on a raised area. My apartment was a studio.
So it's like a loft?
Yeah, and the bedroom area was like up from the living room area, but you could see down into it.
So while you're in your bed, can you see down to where she is on the couch?
Yes.
And are y'all talking anymore? Getting any more details about what happened?
Yes, we muttered a few things, yes.
Okay. What other details did she give you about how that man came to be in her windshield in her garage?
She just basically said that she didn't see him. She didn't mean to do it, and that she couldn't, get him off. And
when you say she couldn't get him off, did she indicate whether she ever stopped and tried to get him off?
Yes, she did.
Well, what did she say she did?
She said that she tried to push him off, but he was too heavy.
Let me stop you. Where did she go to try to push him off?
Somewhere over near the 287 Village Creek exit.
The Martin Village Creek area?
Pardon me?
The Martin Village Creek area?
Yes.
And did she say anything else about the type of where at that exit she went to?
Just in the warehouse area.
Okay. And she couldn't get him off because he was too what?
Too heavy.
And did she mention whether or not he ever made any noise or indicated he was alive while she was driving or trying to get him off?
No, she just said that she was telling him she was sorry, but there was no indication, no.
You don't remember telling us that she said he moaned?
I don't remember.
Did she indicate to you at any point that she knew he was alive when she got him back to the garage?
Yes,
When did she tell you that?
during that night.
Okay. And how did she tell you that?
When she said she was going back and forth from the garage.
Okay. And what indication did she get that he was alive while she was doing that?
Because she said she was talking to him and the sound that he made,
Okay. What kind of sound?
a groan, a moan.
Did y'all get any sleep that night?
Not really.
What happened in the morning?
Chante borrowed my car and my cell phone and she left.
And do you know where she went?
I don't know in particular where she went, but I know what she was going to go do. She was going to find Vaughn.
Okay. And what did you do?
I stayed at home.
Okay, because she had your car.
Yes.
Okay. And how long was she gone?
A couple of hours, some hours.
And when she came back, was she alone or was she with somebody?
She was alone when she came back.
Okay. Do you know whether she ever found Vaughn?
She indicated that she had found him.
Okay. And then what did you do?
I left.
And where'd you go?
I had to go do someone's hair.
And when you came back, was Chante still at the house?
Yes, she was.
I mean the apartment, your apartment.
Yes.
Was she alone?
No.
Who was with her?
Vaughn and Herbert Tyrone.
And what were they doing?
They were all talking.
What were they talking about?
The situation with Chante as to what happened and what was going to happen.
Okay. And what do you mean by what was going to happen? What kind of stuff did you hear them talking about?
About them removing the body out of her house.
Okay. And was one of them doing all the talking, or were they all talking about it?
It was mostly Chante and Vaughn talking.
And what did you hear them talking about doing?
Going to move the body out of the house.
And did they ever try to bring you into that, or your vehicle?
Yes, they wanted to borrow my car.
Who asked you if they could borrow your car?
Chante did.
And what did you say?
No.
Is that how you said it?
No, I said hell no.
So what was their next plan on getting a vehicle?
They were going to borrow the car of Vaughn's girlfriend.
Okay. At some point, did they leave?
Yes, they did.
What time of day or night was it when they left?
It was night.
Now, did you have to drive them anywhere before they left?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you drive them to?
To the west side of Fort Worth.
And who did you drive to the west side of Fort Worth?
All Chante, Tyrone, and Vaughn.
Was this connected with Vaughn getting that car?
Yes, it was.
And when you got there, did you stay at that location or did you go back home?
I left immediately and went back home.
Okay. And do you know if Vaughn got a car?
Yes, they did.
Did they come back to your apartment at that point or did they stay out?
They were gone for quite some time.
Okay. And do you know what time they got back?
In the wee hours of the morning.
Was it light time yet?
No.
And when they got back, did you hear anything about what they'd done?
Yes, they said that they had put the body in car park.
Okay. When you say they said, who was telling you that?
Vaughn and Chante.
So Tyrone's being kind of quiet during this?
He didn't really have much to say in regards to what was going on.
Did they tell you any details about how they got the body out of the car where you'd seen it to Cop Park?
No.
And what happened next? Go back to your place. Did they leave? Did they stay?
No, the guys were gone. They left.
So Vaughn didn't stay for a while with Chante?
Not that I remember, no.
Did Vaughn ever say anything to her about helping her out and taking care of this matter?
Yes, he said that if it was ever found out, that he would say that he was the one that moved the body. I'm sorry, that he was the one driving the car, and that he would take the rap for it.
You
for
heard him say
Chante.
that?
Yes.
Did he try to console her while you were there?
Yes, he tried to calm her down.
She's still upset?
Yes.
Did Chante tell you any details about whether they ever found out the identification of the guy that was in the car?
She told me that they looked at his, he had a wallet and they looked at his ID. I believe that was in the wallet.
And did she ever talk to you about whether or not you should talk about this incident or not?
She told me not to say anything.
Did you tell her you wouldn't?
Yes, I did.
And did you not tell anybody about this?
No, I eventually told someone about it.
Okay. How many people did you tell about this?
Several.
Okay. Was one of them Miranda?
Yes.
Who else did you tell?
I told my mom. I told a couple of friends.
Would these be friends that are in that little group you talked about? The group of women that you and Chante are friends with?
Yes.
Did you ever see the car again that was in her garage?
Yes, I did.
How long after that night that we've been talking about, how long after that did you see the car?
It was a long time. It was a couple of months.
Was it after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving?
It was after Thanksgiving.
Before Christmas or after Christmas?
Approximately before Christmas.
Okay. And how did you come to see the car?
I went over to her house with her.
Where was she living during that time period between the time this happened and the time that you're going over there between Thanksgiving and Christmas?
She was living with me.
And why was she living with you?
Because her lights were off at her house.
Did she lose her job?
Yes, she did.
So when you went back to her house, how did you come to find out that the car was still in the garage?
Because she told me.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Tell me what you saw.
The car was smashed up on the top. The windows were broken out, and it was smashed in the front as well.
Did the car still have its seats and the carpet still in it or not? Were they removed or in it?
No, it was still in there.
Did you see much blood?
I saw stains on the carpet, and you can smell the stench in the air.
Smell pretty bad?
Yes.
And at some point, did she could come back and go back to living in that same house?
Yes, she did.
About when was that?
I believe it was the early part of January.
And at some point after that, did she get another job?
Yes, she did.
Working where?
Stonegate Manor.
Did you ever go back to Joe's Big Bamboo?
Yes, we did.
How long after this incident in October we're talking about did you go back to that club with her?
The following week.
The very next week?
Yes.
Was it a Thursday?
Yes.
Why were y'all going back to the club again?
I was meeting a friend of mine.
You were what?
Meeting a friend of mine.
Okay, so why is Chante with you?
Because he had someone else with him, and I didn't want to go by myself to meet him with other guys.
Okay. So was Chante going to get hooked up with this other guy?
Yes, she did.
What was that guy she got hooked up with's name?
Derek.
And y'all went out with him at Joe's Big Bamboo that night? Did you meet him there?
Yes, we did.
And did Chante see this person more than one time after that?
Yes, she did.
That night, after you saw them, did they come back and spend the night with you two at your place?
Yes,
How many times did Chante see Derek?
quite a few.
Did she ever get back together with Terrence?
Eventually, yes.
Did you ever help her in any way? Destroy the car, take out the carpet, burn the seats, do any of that stuff with her?
No.
When did you first know that the police were on to this situation?
I got a call from Greta informing me that Chante had been arrested.
And at that time, did you know that anyone had turned her in?
Why am I doing this trial? It's gonna make me have a stroke. Yeah, old soul. She felt so distraught and guilty that she got a new job and started hooking up with a new man. Yeah, so distraught. Because, that's what normal people do. And exactly, Ronnie. She should have just called the police. Just called 911, get him some help. Just, I'm not putting your comment up, Cheyenne, because no. Well, my mom's not here. That's quite the rebound. Here, I hit this person. I didn't get them any help. Will you also hide this body for me? And when she talks about the stench, I hope none of you have ever had to smell that before, because it's a very particular smell, and it's a lot. So, on top of that, I feel even worse for him. Now he's decomposing. This trial is going to make me have a stroke. That's just what it's going to be.
No,
What were you thinking happened?
I thought she turned herself in.
Had you had any more discussions with her about turning herself in since that night?
Yes,
Did you ever talk to Tay?
yes, I did.
How soon after her arrest did you talk to her?
Later on that day, well, when she got released, that's when I talked to her
Okay, so she got arrested, she bonded out, and you met her where? Where'd you see her?
at her house.
Okay. And she tell you what had happened?
Yes,
Did she tell you she gave a statement?
yes,
Did she give you the details of what she told the police?
yes,
And did y'all talk about what you would say?
yes.
What'd you talk about?
We talked about her state as far as what she said she was in when the night we were at Joe's, well, leaving Joe's.
Okay.
And we talked about what she had mentioned about me and how much she had mentioned about me.
So from what you understood it, she didn't tell the police that you had been with her after she hit this guy, right?
Correct.
And did y'all agree that your statement would be like hers?
Yes.
How did she feel about, did you find out if she turned herself in?
Yes, I found out that, well, initially she told me that someone turned her in.
Did she seem relieved that someone had turned her in?
No, she was, yes, a little bit, but she was kind of confused as to who turned her in.
She was confused or she was pissed, in your words?
She was pissed.
Okay, now pissed doesn't mean confused, does it?
She was confused as to trying to figure out who it was that turned her in.
Okay, but she wasn't happy about it.
No.
And did you go down to the police station and give a statement?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell the truth in that statement?
No.
And And did you come before Tarrant County Grand Jury and give testimony about this case?
Yes, I did.
And prior to meeting with the grand jury, did you meet with some prosecutors?
Yes, I did.
You meet with these prosecutors, myself and Christy Miles?
Yes.
Did you tell us the truth before you met with the grand jury?
No.
Did you tell the grand jury the truth?
No.
And at some point after you testified before the first grand jury, did you come back, did you get called back by us to the grand jury again?
Yes.
And when you got called back to the grand jury the second time, did you tell the truth that time?
No.
And at some point, did you get the idea that we knew you were lying?
Yes.
Did you find out about some records that we got?
Yes.
Remember what kind of records those were that we were asking you about?
My cell phone records and my employment record.
So were you given a choice by us?
Yes.
What was your choice?
I could either tell the truth or possibly face prosecution.
For perjury, right?
Yes.
And after we had that discussion, did you agree to tell us the truth?
Yes, I did.
And did you give us the real details about what happened?
Yes, I did.
And as a result, you have never been charged or indicted for perjury, right?
Correct.
Ask the witness.
Ms. Fry, we've never talked, have we?
No.
But you have talked to our investigator that's working for the defense, isn't that right?
Yes.
His name is Joe Ward.
Joseph?
Joseph.
Yes.
And when he talked to you, the chief investigator, Mr. Foster, who works for the district attorney's office, was present also, wasn't he?
Yes.
Now, let me start back with when Chante came to your house the night that all this happened. And who was at your house when, before you and Chante left to go to the club?
My brother and the guy that gave me the X pill, and I can't remember who all else.
And do you remember when Chante took half the pills, did Chante put it in her own mouth, or did this fella, you don't remember his name, did he put it in her mouth?
Chante put it in her own mouth.
Okay. And do you remember his name?
No, I don't.
Did your brother and that person go to the club that night, the same club, Joe Bamboo Club, that you and Chante went to?
Yes, they did.
Now, did they ride with you, or did they go in a separate car?
They went in separately.
Did they get there about the same time?
Give or take a few minutes, yeah.
You and Chante went in her car.
Yes.
When you got to the club there, you remember seeing Cleet there, or Vaughn, right?
Yes.
And do you remember Vaughn talking to you about Chante being somewhat messed up on drugs?
No.
You don't remember that conversation?
No.
Did you have a conversation with Cleet there at the Joe's Club?
Socializing, yes, but the content of it, no, I don't remember.
Did you remember that Chante was far more gone than you were?
It appeared that way, yes.
She was a lot more messed up than you were, wasn't she?
Yes.
And she hadn't had any more to drink than you did she?
No, we had about the same amount.
And you and her smoked marijuana, is that right?
Yes.
Now, matter of fact, Chante was so messed up at the club. Do you remember telling anybody that she stepped on your shoes or your sandal or broke your sandal or anything like that?
Yeah, she fell into the back of me, causing me to mess up my heel on my shoe, yes.
Okay. And about what time was that when she was at the club that she was that messed up that she fell into the back of you?
That was still during the hours of opening. I don't remember exact time.
And then after that, you certainly decided by the time you got in the car to drive away with Chante that Chante certainly was not in any shape to drive. Is that right?
Yes.
And so you had her stop or pull over, or she stopped and pulled over, and you got behind the wheel.
She didn't drive any more than maybe about 5 feet, and I got out and got on the other side.
And that's about all it took for you to recognize that.
No, that and the persuasion of other people.
Okay, so even others besides you had noticed that.
Vaughn was there, yes.
So Vaughn did suggest that you drive.
Yes.
Now this Vaughn and Cleet are the same person, is that right?
To my knowledge, yes.
So you and others recognized, and you may have been, you were certainly had been drinking, and a lot of times people that are drinking are not the best judges of who's capable to drive and not drive. Would you say that's true?
Generally, yes.
Okay. And so there were certainly other people there that suggested that she was so messed up that you drive.
Yes, there was.
And so from Joe's Bamboo Club to your house is a 20-minute.
Is he really about to try to pin this on her? Like, I get that he's got a job as a defense attorney, but is he really about to try to pin this on her? Like, that's.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So it was only 20 minutes later when you got out of the car and Chante drove off from your house. Is that right?
Yes.
You kept your cell phone and went upstairs or to your apartment.
Yes.
Now, you say you got a call from Chante. Let me see if I can see this. I'll move this just a little bit.
You may.
Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
So you got there, she left your apartment about, 2:50 or something like that. Is that right, Chante did? Left your apartment at 2:50?
Yes.
Approximately. And so at about 3:30, you get your first call.
Yes.
Now, when you got that call, you talked to Chante twice, once on your home phone and once on your cell phone, closely and together, right? Close together.
Yes.
And you were at home.
Yes, I was.
And in those conversations, you have described to Joseph and the DA investigator that Chante was frantic. Is that right?
Yes.
So the first time she called you, she was frantic.
Yes.
And she was begging you to come and pick her up. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And she could barely talk. Is that right?
It sounded like whispering, yes.
But there wasn't any question that she was really upset at that point in time, was there?
No, there was no question.
And she was frantic and she was begging you to come help.
Yes.
How long does it take to drive from your apartment to Chante's house?
About 10 minutes.
So you left about 3:40 and got there at 3:50. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, it is.
When you pulled up to Chante's house, she came around and got in the car. Is that right?
Yes.
And she was crying uncontrollably, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
She was totally out of control, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
And she was hysterical.
Yes.
And you saw she had glass in her hair.
I didn't see glass.
Did you tell the investigator she had glass in her hair?
I don't remember what I said verbatim.
And she had little cuts on her and scratches, is that right?
I did notice the cuts and scratches, yes.
And you knew at that time something bad had happened,
Yes.
because she was certainly more hysterical and upset than you'd ever seen her.
Yes.
And then you used the word babbling, is that right? She was just babbling.
Yes.
And what she was babbling, she was saying stuff like, "I'm sorry, Lord, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt anybody."
Yes, she was saying that.
And that was in the car with you?
Yes.
And she was saying, "I didn't mean to do it, I didn't mean to do it."
Yes.
Okay. And she remained extremely upset the entire time you were in the car with her, is that right?
Yes, she was.
And as a matter of fact, she was frantic, and the first thing she thought is, "I've got to find Terrence."
That was the first thing that she screamed, yes.
And when she was saying she had to find Terrence, you and she really didn't know where Terrence was at that moment, did you?
No.
And y'all were just out looking.
Yes.
And she remained upset and hysterical and emotional during that whole period of time y'all were looking for Terrence, didn't she?
Yes.
And she started telling you some of the information about what had happened, but you were just getting bits and pieces because she was so emotional and so upset, isn't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Now, when you got back to Chante's house, some 50 minutes later, which would be now 4:40, 4:50 in the morning, she was still extremely upset at that time, wasn't she?
Yes, she was upset.
And when you went and looked out into the garage, I wrote down, you said you only looked for 1 second. You didn't stay there for a long time and look, did you?
No, I didn't.
You noticed that the windshield was all except for about this much was completely out of the car, front window.
Yes.
Okay. And the part that was just about this wide, it was just kind of sagging in. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the entire upper torso of this body was all the way in the car. By upper torso, I mean certainly from the waist up.
His whole entire body was in the car except for the back side of him.
Okay, so the entire body except for his rear end
Yes.
was sticking up about dashboard height?
Correct.
Okay, so you didn't see how far or where his head was down in the car or anything like that?
I never saw his head, no.
Okay, all you could see was his rear end about dashboard height, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and the rest of the body was completely out of sight?
It was folded in the car. I couldn't see other than the back side.
The back side was sticking up, the rest of the body was folded all the way in the car?
Yes.
Now, you mentioned 911, calling 911 to Chante, is that right?
Yes, I did.
And you didn't call 911 because you really thought the man was dead, is that right?
Yes.
And this was now at 4:40 or 4:50 in the morning.
Yes.
And if you thought that the man was still alive at that time, you would have called 911.
Yes.
Now, when you and Chante went back to your apartment, and when you got there, she was still hysterical, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
She was extremely upset, and she was still in a state where you could tell she was still pretty messed up, wasn't she?
Yes.
And Chante didn't sleep that night, did she?
No, neither of us really slept.
But she was trying to find Terrence or Cleet.
At that that particular time?
Yeah, that evening, throughout the time you were with her.
Yes.
Now, when you had left the next day to go do a hair appointment,
Yes, I did.
and when you got back, Cleet was there, right?
Yes, him and Tyrone.
And Chante. Is
Yes.
that right? And isn't it true that Cleet or Vaughn or the same person, isn't it true that Cleet Jackson was trying to still, the next day when you got there, trying to calm Chante down?
Yes, it is.
Because she was still out of it, wasn't she?
Yes.
And when he was trying to calm her down, that's when you heard Cleet say that he was going to handle it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And Cleet took charge, as far as you could tell right then, didn't he?
As far as calming her down and the situation, as far as when he stated he would take the blame for it, yes.
Okay. And as a matter of fact, Cleet's the one that made the plans about what they were going to do, wasn't he?
I can't exactly say.
And did Cleet act like he was the one that was making the decision, and the two others were following what he said to do?
I can't exactly say because they both were talking and back and forth.
She was still sobbing and crying, wasn't she?
Yes.
Did Cleet make it clear to you and to the others? And I'm looking at what you told the investigators. Did Cleet make it clear to you and to the others that he was telling them they're not going to say anything to anybody and that he was going to take care of this?
Yes, he said that to me.
And he told you not to tell anybody, and he told Chante not to tell anybody, and he told Tyrone not to tell anybody.
Yes.
And did you think he was serious when he told you not to tell anybody?
Yeah, at first. I had a little bit of, I was timid at first, but eventually when something else was said to me, I did realize that they were serious.
And did you think Cleet was serious to you when he told you not to tell anybody?
Yes.
And even the next day, Chante was still extremely emotional about all of this, wasn't she?
As far as I know, yes.
After that, did Chante come and stay in your house?
Eventually.
And for about how long after this did she stay with you? The total amount of time she stayed at your place?
About 2 months, approximately.
She stayed with you for about the next 2 months?
Yes.
And during that period of time, Chante was so upset that she really started missing work, isn't that right?
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, she was really a different person after that, wasn't she?
To some extent, yes.
And Chante was certainly, the night all this happened, Chante was certainly acting differently than you'd ever seen her act before.
Yes, to some extent.
Now, this time that y'all went out to this Joe's Bamboo Club, did you have to kind of talk Chante into going with you?
I did.
Okay. And she really didn't want to go out, did she?
No.
And you encouraged her to, is that right?
Yes, I did.
And you tried to get her out, to get out and quit thinking about this.
Yes.
And it was at your encouragement that she went out.
Yes.
And did she sit around a lot more than she used to and not go out as much as she used to after this?
Yes.
And she would cry a whole lot more, wouldn't she?
Yes.
No question about that, is there?
No.
These conversations that you had with Chante, had she reached a point where she was talking about turning herself in?
Yes.
And did you and she talk about getting her, some psychological help and some legal help?
We talked about getting help, yes.
And certainly you were having these conversations with her because this was weighing heavily on her mind, wasn't it?
Yes.
After Chante got arrested, she came to you and she told you that she had not told them you were over at her house. Is that right?
Correct.
And she didn't want to get you in trouble. Is that right?
Yes, because I never wanted any part of it.
I know. Now, let me ask you about Miranda. Would Miranda have ever heard Chante talking about this at all?
No.
So if Miranda told the police on a 911 call that she heard Chante talking about, that didn't happen, did it?
No.
Miranda heard you talking about it.
Yes.
And so Miranda just told the police that she heard Chante talking about it.
Yes.
And what was Miranda's motive for doing that?
She and Chante were mad at each other.
And did Miranda tell you she was going to claim a $2,500 reward?
Yes, she did.
And did she offer to give you half the reward?
Yes, she did.
And you told her you didn't want it?
No.
And it was January or February of the following year when Chante and Terrence kind of got back together again. Is that right?
Yes, it was beginning of January.
Pass witness.
Few more questions. The pill that you split with Chante, you took half of it, right?
Yes.
Okay. You felt the way you normally feel when you take X?
Yes.
Okay. And by the time y'all were leaving the club, you were well enough to drive, right?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't have any trouble getting home, did you?
No.
And as far as the cuts and scratches you saw on Chante, did she tell you whether or not those cuts and scratches were caused by Mr. Biggs coming in the windshield, or did they come from when she pulled over in the warehouse area and was trying to pull his body or push his body out of the car? Did she indicate when she got those?
No.
And in questioning now, you just indicated that you thought when you saw Mr. Biggs in the car windshield or in the car, that you thought he was still dead and you would have called 911 if he'd still been alive? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. But you never went down into the garage to check his pulse to see if he's alive?
No, because the way Chante was indicating everything, it seemed as if he was dead.
Well, you already testified that you had some doubts about whether or not you were believing her about the whole story to begin with, right?
Yes.
You didn't expect to even see him in the car.
His own witness. Every one of these questions are legal.
Sustained.
Did you think he was in the car when you went in that garage initially? Were you expecting to find him in there?
No.
Do you know how to check vital signs as a certified nurse's aide?
Yes.
How do you check vital signs?
Which one?
You tell me, how many ways can you check vital signs? If you wanted to check and see if Mr. Biggs was alive in the garage, tell me the ways you could have done it.
You check his pulse.
Okay, how do you check his pulse?
You can take it at the artery in the neck or on the arm,
Okay.
on his wrist.
Chante knows how to do that too, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
And just so it's clear, was it just Cleet talking about moving the body, or was he talking with Chante about how they were going to move the body?
There was back and forth conversation.
So in between the crying and sobbing that she was doing, she was able to communicate?
Yes.
Now, the defense attorney asked you about the Joe's Big Bamboo. Did you talk Chante into going out and double dating with you? Your boyfriend was Danny, right?
It was not my boyfriend.
I'm sorry, the date that you had was Danny,
Yes.
and her date was Derek.
She didn't know anything about a date. She just knew that I was meeting a guy there that I had met, and that he was coming along with friends, and I didn't want to go by myself. So she knew that there was someone going to be there, but she didn't have any idea who it was.
But my question is, the person that she ultimately met that night was who?
Derek.
Okay. You talked her into going.
Yes.
Okay. Talked her into going, and she went back to the same club she had been at the night before this incident hitting Mr. Biggs happened.
Yes.
Within a week of that happening.
Yes.
Did you talk her into cooking dinner for these two guys a couple weeks later at your place?
It was my suggestion.
Did you talk her into it?
She was there. I didn't have to talk her into it. She was already there.
Did you have to talk her into being intimate with Derek while she was seeing him?
No.
What about the trip to Ennis, where Derek's from? Was that your idea too?
No.
You didn't have to talk Chante into doing that?
No.
Was there a conversation about what she was going to do about getting a new car?
Eventually, yes.
Around tax preparation time, right?
Correct.
Where'd that conversation take place?
At my house.
Okay. And what were the circumstances?
She was filing her taxes, and she said that she was at first she was gonna get a new car, but then the talk of rebuilding her car came up.
Okay. And what was she going to do with her tax refund money?
Rebuild the car.
Did she stop drinking and smoking pot after this happened?
No.
So she wasn't so upset to change those habits?
No.
Okay. Coach Roy?
You may.
Now, y'all went back to Joe's Big Bamboo about a week later, and we showed you a tape of her going into that club. Remember that?
Yes.
And you recognize this tape as being the one that we showed you?
Yes.
And you're both on that tape, right?
Correct.
And it clearly and accurately depicts how you two looked when you went back in the club that week later, right?
Correct.
We'd offer State's Exhibit 91 of evidence.
Yeah, objection to relevance.
Your Honor goes to rebut the idea that Chante Mallard was so upset after this incident happened.
Yeah, if he come back speeches like that, we'll make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and take a break this afternoon. Andre.
Your Honor, it goes to rebut the questioning of defense counsel that said she was a different person, that she was so upset and traumatized by this. I think the tape's going to speak for itself. It's going to show the jury what she looked like going into the club with T on that night. They made it relevant to questioning.
Judge, they brought the issue up on direct. It wasn't that all we were doing is cross-examining their initial direct.
All right. At this point in time, I'm not going to allow the tape. Let's take a break. Richard.
Just have a seat up here.
Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this time we would offer evidence, State's Exhibit 160.
Now, we're going to object to the introduction of that. That was nothing to demonstrate. They've heard the testimony. It's clearly repetitious.
All right. Overruled. State's Exhibit 160 will be admitted.
We pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Fry, let me ask you about one area, then we're going to let you get out of here. Well, take you back to when Tyrone, Cleet, and Chante and you were at your apartment before the body was taken to the park. Okay? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And when all of you were in the apartment, first of all, it was Cleet that asked to use your car, right?
No,
It was not Cleet that asked to use your car?
no,
Didn't you tell the investigators that it was Cleet that asked to use your car and you said no, hell no?
no, it was Chante that asked to use my car.
Okay. And was it Cleet that made arrangements for the car that they actually got?
Yes, it was.
And was it Cleet the one that brought Tyrone over there because he was Cleet's cousin?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
No further questions, Your Honor. Ask the witness be released, subject to recall.
You must step down.
My goodness. I can't tell. I think there's times that she's being honest, and I think there's times she's trying to cover her ass. But I do want to address Sue. You can say whatever you want here. I don't care. If this is AJ's, if I'm streaming, this is AJ Unhinged. You can say whatever you want. I ain't gonna get mad at it. But I'm not, there's things that I think she's lying about. I think she's trying to cover her own ass in, but I don't really know why, because she's not, from my understanding, she's not being charged with anything. So it's just like, you know what, just tell the truth.
Well, you know, I mean, it's one of those things.
One of those things that apparently is too hard to do.
Yeah. For real.
But hold on, I gotta say one more thing. Because I have a whole case right beside me.
God damn it.
If you want me to put up another goal, I will. You told me to go easy on the last one, and I did. I can't drink him that. If it's a beer per goal, I can't do it that fast. Am I gonna drink any of them? I'll think about it. I mean, I have been. Yes, Ronnie. Ronnie says she is a nurse. She said, I've done more to try and help that poor man. Absolutely. All of them, especially the ones that have a background with like nursing and stuff, like they all failed him.
Oh,
You
yeah,
will never
for sure.
Puddleton, you will never see me drink that.
What is it? What do you say? Oh, no, absolutely not. No.
I don't.
My
I'm not
friend
going-
drinks that. My friend drinks that, and she brings it to my house. I was like, you basic B. You just be basic.
I don't
And-
bash anybody that does drink it. It's just, it's not my cup of tea.
Oh, no, I bash them because my husband drinks it as well. My friend will leave it here in my refrigerator, and Kayla will be like, oh, she got pineapple in here? I'm like, you basic. Get out of here. You
want to know something really funny?
Yes.
And then we'll get to the next video. I promise. This is really off subject. This is going to sound really weird when I say this. I had a dream about you last night. And
Me?
you drove here to come get me. And then we went back to where you live. And we're just sitting on the couch, like just chilling. And Mr. Gabby is like 7 a.m, comes out, and he's got like a whole thing of Yingling, which I don't even know if he drinks, but it's in my dream. And he just plops down on the couch, gives me a fist bump. He's like, "Sup?" He's like, "You do?" And then I woke up. I was like, "What the
That
hell?"
is hilarious. Flash fan, I only bash people that I really like. So if I don't bash you, there's something to worry about, basically.
Yeah, when she stops bashing me, I call her and I'm like, "Did I do something wrong?"
No, like legit. I don't just bash anybody, okay?
Yeah.
I have to really care about you. That's
Yes, ma'am.
hilarious, because I don't picture
You
Kayla
want
doing
some
that at
beer?
all. Oh my god, is that a frosted mug?
Cheyenne wants some beer. Oh, is this
Oh.
for me? Did Lesko say something to you?
Probably. Car
I'm-
keys, knife, peer pressure, any help would be greatly appreciated. That's what he said.
Well, I'm gonna
Sue,
have to-
she's like what? Are you mad at me? No, Sue, you know what? I just like, I don't need to group you in with me and my delinquents over here. You just be classy. You just be so classy. Be just chilling by the pool, Sue by the pool.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to freaking chug this. That's a hell of a foam head on that. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, what are you, a Viking over there? What's happening?
I am. I'm a Viking. But
Skull.
I didn't even fill it up all the way because. Sorry.
No, I'm
but-
not. Hi, let's go. I don't do that.
We only got 8 more minutes. Like this next person that comes up, it's only 8 minutes long. So
I do
Let's
be
go.
drinking rum though.
you do be drinking rum. So everybody that's out there, cheers to you guys. And let's go ahead and get through this next one, and then we will, after we get through this, we'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, she bought me she brought the mug out. What's up,
Nice mug of
AT1?
water. Next
Yeah.
time, try Guinness.
It is. I don't like Guinness, but my actually, honestly, my favorite beer is Francis Connor. It's a German beer, but I can't ever freaking find it. So, all right, guys, let's get through this last couple minutes, and
I got the banner up.
so all right. I'm not stalling.
I mean, she kind of is though.
I kind of am. Sorry.
I mean, come on. Flash. I mean, I was just gonna call you Flash fan. My bad.
All right.
Good morning, ladies and
Evening.
gentlemen.
Counsel for station, call your next witness.
Here at this time, the state of Texas would recall Brad Patterson to the stand.
Come on up here, let the record reflect this witness has been previously sworn. Counselor, you may continue.
Good morning, Mr. Patterson.
Morning.
In addition to your initial crime scene activity at Cobb Park that began this case for the Fort Worth Police Department, at the request of the district attorney's office, did you conduct some additional examinations or photographs?
Yes, sir, I did.
And you're the same Brad Patterson that testified here yesterday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Explain to the members of the jury what additional investigation you did in this case.
On June the 6th or June the 14th, Saturday morning at 10:40 hours, I met you over at CarMax, which is a used car lot over on East Chase, got East Chase and 30. They had a car there that was a sample car, very similar. We'll give you an example of the suspect's vehicle in this offense. And we took some photographs of that car to show you a car that was not damaged and how it looked without damage to it.
Were you able to, your investigation, to determine what the year of that vehicle?
Yes, sir. It was a 1997 Chevrolet Cavalier.
In addition to the photos you took on that Saturday, did you receive any orders from the court to collect any evidence for processing in addition to this case?
Yes, sir. On Monday of last week, I received a court order, and we took the suspect vehicle in this offense and we cut it up. And we took the floorboards out of it, cut the floorboards or the floor pan off of the suspect vehicle so that we could present it to you today in court.
Can I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Officer Patterson, I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification purposes is states 112 through 116. If you could take a second to look at those.
Yes, sir.
Are those pictures you took on the 2 days you just talked about?
Yes, sir, they are.
Are they a fair and accurate depiction of what they purport to be?
Yes, sir, they are.
I'll show you states 109, 110, and 111. Have you had a chance to view these in preparation for trial as well?
Yes, sir, I have.
Are these also pictures you took on that Saturday?
Yes, sir, they are.
Are they a fair and accurate depiction of that sample car?
Yes, sir, they are.
Do you think they'd aid in your benefit in testifying before the jury today?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would tender to defense counsel states 112 through 116 and 109 through 111.
Your Honor, we had an opportunity to look at these for court today. We have no objection.
All right, states exhibits 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, and 116 will be admitted.
And they be published as well, Your Honor.
They may.
Officer Patterson, in states 112, what is states 112?
This is a photograph of the sample car, Nader sticker on the driver's door.
Does it show a production date there on 112?
Yes, sir.
What's the production date?
597.
In states 113, Officer Patterson, if you could take the laser pointer and describe to the jury what we're looking at here.
This is the suspect vehicle that was at our Fort Worth Police Auto Pound since the offense occurred, or since we seized the vehicle. And we've taken some spray paint and sprayed around the floorboard or the floor pan. And this is the area inside the spray paint area that we cut out of the floorboard. We cut this portion of the vehicle apart and have it available for courtroom display this morning.
What are we looking at here in 114, Officer Patterson?
That's just another view of the vehicle showing you the area that we cut. That's the front seat area with the gear shift, emergency brake, and partial areas of the rear floorboard. Basically from the dash to the back seats was removed from the vehicle. Everything inside this spray painted orange area of the vehicle has been cut out of the suspect vehicle. This is
With 115 and 116 on the screen now, can you describe this to the jury?
115 is the suspect vehicle with the floorboard or floor pan now removed, and you're seeing the exhaust system that's underneath it. And then 116?
Yes, sir.
116 is the removed section of the floorboard or the floor pan that has now been totally removed from the vehicle. It contains the emergency brake and gear shift and the seats, where the seats would be mounted in the vehicle and that area. So you can see where it was removed from and what we removed from the suspect vehicle.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Officer Patterson, over your right shoulder, we've now marked for identification purposes the state's 174 an item. Do you recognize that item?
Yes, sir. This is the floorboard or floor pan that was removed from the suspect vehicle.
How do you know that's the exact floor pan that was removed from the suspect vehicle?
Well, it's the only one I've ever removed. And it also has my initials and ID number on it.
And can you see that on state's 174?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, we tender to defense counsel 174 and move for its admission for all purposes in the court.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, State's Exhibit 174 will be admitted.
Your Honor, for logistical purposes in the courtroom right now, we'd ask that we be able to step that outside at this time. Thank you, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
We don't have any questions, Your Honor.
All right. May this witness be excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So that wraps it up for the day. I have to say, more beer, more goals. I get it, but I'm not allowed to on this one. Apparently, I got a little rambunctious last time. So I have to.
When did you get rambunctious?
Apparently, last week when I decided to stream for like 5 and 6 hours, she told me I got to stay on a schedule.
I feel like. What's the next video? How long is the next one?
Let me see.
Excuse
I
me.
think it's actually pretty long.
Okay. I was gonna say if that one was like
It's
quick.
an hour. It's an hour and 6 minutes.
Yeah. If it was another 20, 30 minutes, I'd be like, let's just do it out of spite.
I mean,
And then you
I'll
could blame it on me. Then you could blame it on me.
I'll do things out of spite.
No, I don't want to piss her off. I mean, an hour, that's a little longer, but
Yeah, because then you got some short ones, I believe. Yeah, so like the next one after that is 52, and then you get into some short ones. The next one after that's 29. I mean, I'll do something out of spite. Quitter.
quitter. Let's watch it.
You
AJ
guys
will ban
wanna-
y'all? Doubt it. I did doubt it.
You can't ban me. I know her password.
And then Carmen knows her password, and me and Carmen are BFFs, so,
Yeah.
that's going to work out well for AJ.
Sue says, let's fucking go.
Let's go. Well,
You guys want to watch?
I don't know if I can do like a. I mean, I don't know. I feel like your mom's gonna come back and be like, watching this, she's just gonna be like, "Don't you dare! Don't you dare, you two! Don't you dare!"
She literally said, don't do this. But,
Yeah, don't do it. Then don't do it. Let's just not do it then.
Oh, no, we're doing it.
No. No, don't do
Yeah,
it. I don't wanna.
No, she ain't gonna get mad. I mean, she might.
She's gonna get mad. Just let's call it, and that's fine.
Nope.
Oh boy.
I'm telling her, you told me to do this. Ooh.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm not.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just not.
I'm not, because the next witness is Max Courtney, and you got part 1, part 2, part 3. So,
Yeah.
like, hold on a second. Let me look
No,
at these.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Let me look at see what these.
Just everyone
videos
join
on.
the Discord. We're watching Sons of Anarchy. I'll stream that instead.
So that's, hold on. Trying to math here. 52.
If you're doing math, I heard you say 52. I don't know what you're talking about. It's too late for me to do math.
52.
She just literally clicked her pen when she said 52. What is happening?
Mathing.
Mething or
Math.
nothing?
Math.
Math, effing math. Like Cole, effing slaw.
He said Cole fucking slaw, Carmen. Cole slaw.
Cole, effing slaw. Lusco says, my wife already watched the entire thing. Wants to hear how it ends. Caution, I'm not burning the midnight oil with yak. With yak? I don't know what yak is, but yakety yak, don't talk back. That's all I know.
Well, you guys talk amongst yourself for a second. I have to make a phone call.
Oh,
Oh
good
my
lord.
gosh, I just got so scared. My phone just went off, and I was like, "It's not my mom."
She knows. She's watching us. She knows. She has it set up in the restaurant right now.
Probably.
Like leaning against her drink.
Yeah.
She's watching us and listening to us. Paul Town's like, don't call her. Don't call her.
Oh no, I'm going, and I'm not even gonna mute.
Sue. Yeah. No yaks here.
I'm just kidding. I have to mute. She would get mad if
That always reminds me of crap, I just saw the stuff from it today. What's that movie called? Forrest Gump. When he goes on the bus and he's a little kid. And everyone's like, can't sit here. And they're like, not here. And then he meets Jenny. She's like, you can sit here if you want to. She's making money being here. Who could get mad at that? Well, she is trying to keep a regular schedule so everyone knows when to come, and it's not like, you know, a 12-hour stream type thing, you know?
we doing this shit.
Are you going to do it?
Yep, she said, "Go ahead."
Jenny the town screen door. Oh, sugar.
We got closed captioning on this. Sweet.
Are you
so
almost there?
This is a forensic consultant services lab director. That's a long ass name.
I mean, you're going to have to, like, text that to me because I can't spell that shit
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. Max Courtney is going to take this in. So we'll go ahead
Okay.
and get through the first part of Max Courtney today. And then tomorrow we'll finish up both segments of Max Courtney and just go from there.
Get it.
So, all right, guys, we will go ahead and get started. Gotta share the screen. I always forget to do that. Let me know how the audio is. I haven't watched this yet, so let me know if I need to adjust something.
Here, to raise your right hand, you solemnly swear affirm testimony about the given cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right. You'll come up here and have a seat, pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you, sir. Sir, could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
My name is Max Courtney.
Mr. Courtney, what do you do for a living?
I'm the lab director and owner of Forensic Consulting Services in Fort Worth.
How long have you been with Forensic Consulting Services? How long has it existed?
This overlaps with some other employment, but I've had the company actually since 1976.
What type of work does Forensic Consulting Services do?
We're a forensic laboratory. We do most of the things that other crime labs do, except we don't do DNA. We examine physical evidence. We also work crime scenes.
What type of educational background do you have, Mr. Courtney, that qualifies you to do this work?
I have a BS in chemistry with minors in math and physics from West Texas State University, 1967. An MS in chemistry from the same institution in 1969. I have some academic training at TCU in chemistry and other sciences, 69 to 73. I've worked in forensic chemistry or criminalistics since 1970. During the last 33 years, I've attended numerous schools, seminars, and scientific meetings dealing with all aspects of forensic science.
With respect to this case, did you have an occasion to be contacted by the prosecution to look at some physical evidence at some point in calendar year 2002?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall what date that was?
It was shortly before March the 13th, 2002. I spoke to Christy Jack.
Did you have an occasion at some point to start looking at some physical evidence in conjunction with this case?
I did.
Can you please explain that to the jury?
I went to the police auto pound, the Fort Worth Police Auto Pound on March the 13th, 2002. I examined the vehicle externally and took some photographs of it. And then I went back on March the 15th, 2002 and did a much more in-depth examination, including the interior, and I also collected some evidence.
If you could describe to the jury on the activities of March 15th, 2002, what process you went through in looking at this vehicle.
First off, just a general visual examination, starting off very generally and then moving to more specific things, looking at, for example, the windshield area and then the trim around the windshield area and then trace evidence in the trim around the windshield area. And we pretty well did that to the entire car, visually noting things, recording them photographically, making notes, and then actually collecting evidence for later examinations.
As part of that, were you able to make it or open the doors and go inside the interior and do a thorough exam in that as well?
Yes, sir.
And you collected some evidence in conjunction with that, correct?
I did.
Did you photograph everything before you collected it?
Yes, sir.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Courtney, I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification purposes as States 42 through 66 and ask you if you recognize those photos.
Yes, sir, I do.
Are those photos taken by you?
Yes, sir.
What are the
By me specifically, or Tom Ekus, who was there with me, working with me.
Tom Ekus is one of your employees?
Yes, sir.
Are these a fair and accurate depiction of the vehicle on March 13th and March 15th of last year?
They are.
Tender States 42 through 66, the defense counsel moved for their admission into evidence.
Can I have 1 second?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you say through 50 or 66?
66, Your Honor.
States exhibits 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, and 66 will be admitted.
May they be published as well, Your Honor.
They may.
Mr. Courtney, on the screen we have States 42 and States 43. With
Yes.
respect to the one on the right side, States 43, what are we looking at, States 43?
That's the manufacturer's stick-on tag.
Does it have a production date of the vehicle on there?
It does.
What's the production date for the defendant's vehicle?
June 1997.
Mr. Courtney, directing your attention to States 44 on the screen, is this the vehicle you were able to process on those 2 dates?
Yes, sir.
What observations can you make in this wide shot of the vehicle?
That there is some damage to it. There's a, if I may use the pointer,
Please.
there's a little bit of a dent here in the driver's side front fender. Obviously some crush here on the roof. Minor damage right in there.
Can you describe to the jury what you observed in States 45?
This is the rear of the vehicle. The back window is missing and the roof is caved in back here at the back.
We could jump ahead to States 48. Do you recognize what's depicted in States?
I will say I have not watched this yet. I know I said that like 5 seconds ago. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to show. So, viewer discretion advised. But damn, like that for the top of the car to even be caved in that much. Damn.
48.
Yes, sir.
Could you explain it to the jury?
That's part of the roof on the front section of the car.
Were you able to make any observations in the front section of this roof line?
Yes, sir.
What were they?
There were several hairs that's in the glass along here.
Mr. Courtney, I know you have a clearer photo there than what's on the projector, but could you point with the area blown up now on the screen where you observed the hairs?
I don't see it on the projected image. There is one clearly visible in the photograph here. There's some other ones over here, and some others as well that I can't see in the projected image.
It states 49 on the screen. What observations did you make, if any, in that?
There is some spattered blood in the area here. There's also, of course, obviously some damage, and the headliner is hanging down.
Mr. Courtney, is part of your process and examination on this bloodstain pattern examination?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain that to the jury?
That's a
We approach.
All right, Counselor, you may continue.
Eric, can you turn the lights on?
Andre, can you turn the lights on?
Mr. Courtney, what I want to do is I want to first ask you what scientific opinions you formed and that you're here to testify about, and then I'm going to go through them one by one with you on the basis for those opinions, okay? All right, sir. And you're referring specifically to the blood spatter or other areas? Blood spatter and everything else. Let's get it all done at once. Okay. All right. Blood spatter. Why don't we start with that? What opinion or opinions have you drawn based on your blood spatter analysis in this case? The specific opinions I've been asked to address would be an offer of explanation for the blood spatter in the console of the vehicle. And specifically, there are very fine drops of spatter on the driver's side and the front edge of the well that would be covered by the lid if the lid were closed. Which,
hang on. Let me stop you right there. Are you talking about the lid on the center console?
no, sir, I'm talking about the well underneath the lid, the depression or the hole.
Are you saying that at some point the lid was open and that there's blood spatter inside the console?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Continue, I'm sorry.
And specifically, it would be my opinion that bloodstain pattern of extremely small drops would be consistent with expirated blood from the victim.
What does that mean?
That it would come from a call for a gasp or a wheeze or whatever being expelled from the victim's mouth.
Okay.
There is a collective pattern of bloodstains on the passenger side door. This would be in and around the pocket, the storage pocket on the door. There are contact transfers on the visible portion of that panel just under the pocket. On the inside of that pocket, there is a stream of blood running down
into the pocket. There's a collection of a significant amount of blood on the floor, the inside pocket. And also there is a contact transfer on the invisible segment of the piece that, so that, and I guess the best way to describe it, if one were to insert their hand into the pocket so that the fingers go into the pocket, and then you close your fingers, the part that you would be touching on the inside of that pocket, but on the exterior surface facing the car, there are some contact transfers and smears of blood so that something touched that. That would be consistent with a hand inserted into there. There are stains on the exterior surface of the console, and that would include an area that is near the rear part of the console, facing the facing the passenger seat, and that is a contact transfer and smear pattern that includes impressions from some hairs. In fact, there were hairs stuck in the blood. And it would be my opinion that would be consistent with contact with the head. That pattern extends onto the buckle segment of the restraint device or the seat belt, so that if the buckle segment is in the place where it would normally be, then the stain on the seat belt and the stain on the console would be pretty much in the same area. That'd be pretty well aligned with each other. There also is at the front, toward the front of the console, a smear pattern. There's some blood running down the console, and then there's also a smear, which that smear is more or less vertical, indicating another contact there. And of course, all of this is going to be while the blood is wet.
Is that all the blood spatter?
I really think that's all that I examined that I considered significant.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Do you mind?
Mr. Courtney, do you have those pictures up there in front?
I do.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, why don't we do it this way? Why don't we start talking about the blood spatter inside of the console? Do you have any pictures that show that?
I don't believe I do.
Okay. What about the collective pattern of blood stains in and around the pocket of the passenger door?
Would be visible in stage 63 and 64.
Okay. Now, is there another area of blood spatter on that passenger door other than the one at the pocket you're talking about?
There are numerous areas of stains.
Other than the one at the pocket, and I think, am I correct in saying State's Exhibit 64 is a close-up of the one you were talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, other than that one, which would appear to be kind of in the center of the picture at State 63, is there any other blood spatter that you thought was significant or that you formed any opinion about?
No, sir.
Okay, and where are the contact on state 63 and 64, where are the contact transfers that are on the outside of the panel?
64, that would be the area on the bottom side of it there. There's also some on the top side, but the bottom side. And then on the other side, the back edge of this piece right here, there's contact smearing.
Okay. How did you go about seeing the stuff on the back edge of the console? I mean, did you have to stick a mirror down in there? Did you pull it apart?
We pulled it apart.
Okay. And I guess that is state 64. Is that where you're talking about on the contact transfers there on the inside of what is depicted in state 64? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's talk about the console.
Okay.
Can you show me the pictures that depict the blood stains on the exterior surface of the console, rear facing the passenger side?
That would be here.
And that's in State's Exhibit 52?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I mentioned those that would be close on the seatbelt buckle segment, which would be here.
And that is also depicted in State's 52, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also see what appears to me to be a blood stain, I guess, closer to the front of the console, kind of directly below the shifter.
Correct.
Is there anything significant to your blood spatter analysis about that stain?
There is smearing of that blood stain.
What does that mean?
It means that there is a vertically oriented movement smearing the stain in addition to the blood that's running down.
Okay. You have any opinion about how that happened?
Movement while the blood's wet, vertical movement while the blood's wet.
Okay. And is that the vertical, is that the last thing you mentioned, the smear pattern with the vertical contact pattern?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's also in States 52. And let me grab something real quick. Did you not take any pictures inside the console?
I didn't, no.
And when you examine this car, were the seats in it?
The passenger seat was sitting in the area of where the driver's seat would go loosely, and the driver's seat was sitting where the passenger seat would go, again loosely, not attached.
And this blood spatter you saw on the inside of the console, was that visible to the naked eye?
Yes, sir, it is.
And did you take was there some kind of testing done to verify that it was in fact blood?
There was some done by an employee of mine.
Okay. And did they determine it was blood?
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, they determined if it was or was not Mr. Biggs' blood?
No, sir, no tests were done beyond just the presumptive identification of blood.
And how big a Miles, is the console here? Can we get that? Or is it bolted to something? No. exhibit number attributed to it on the list. You want to mark it as exhibit or you want to mark it as yeah.
Reagan, we have the shifter knob.
All right, Mr. Courtney, I'm now showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 175. Can you tell me what that is?
That's the console from the vehicle.
Okay. And that's the actual console that came out of the 97 Chevy Cavalier that you looked at back in March of 2002.
Yes, sir.
Why don't we start with an external examination? Why don't you show me, you want to step up here so I can see. Why don't you show me the contact stain that we were talking about to the rear of it?
It would be this area right here.
And did you tell me that there was hair in the blood up there?
There was at one time. There were impressions of hair, and there actually was hair.
Okay, and did you take those hairs and save them somewhere?
That was done, yes, sir, by the person that examined it.
And that person works for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know if those examinations revealed that that was head hair or body hair, or is there any way to tell?
I don't know what examinations were done on those after they were released.
Okay. Moving down, what have you been told about the examinations there? Anything?
Haven't been told anything.
Okay. What is this blood in this area right here?
Appears to be where blood is running down there, but I am not aware of any testing that was done on that particular segment. That's what it looks like, but I don't know that it's been confirmed that it's blood. I'll agree that it looks like blood.
Okay, now what about in this lip that's up here kind of underneath the dark gray piece?
Yes, sir.
Is that blood?
Yes, sir. Presumptive tests indicate it is.
Okay, and is there anything significant about the pattern or the way that the blood is on that little lip,
Just that there's a significant amount of blood there that's collecting in places running down.
Okay. And then is this this is what you described as the vertical contact pattern, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's right here underneath where the shifter used to sit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is this little piece over here kind of at the bend underneath the cup holder, is that part of the same pattern?
Doesn't look like it. I don't see any connection between the two. Could be, but I don't think so.
Is there anything significant about that drip? I'm going to call that a drip because I don't know what term you would use.
Okay, I haven't done anything. I have not made any conclusions that there's significance to that. I mean, obviously it got there in a particular way, but I didn't really examine that stain.
Okay. Now, up here on top of where the shifter sits, is that blood, say, in front of the shifter slot and to the right of it?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Is there anything significant about that?
Looks like contact transfers.
And just so I'm clear, can you tell me what a contact transfer is?
Where for example, a bloody hand were to be put there, or if there were blood there and a hand got there and smeared it, the blood is resulting from the contact between the hand and the surface.
Okay. Now, let me ask you, did you find any, I'm trying to figure out how I want to ask this, any of these contact transfers we're talking about on this console, were you able to determine who or what made the contact transfers?
The only thing is I would say that this pattern up here consisted of contact with a hairy surface suggestive of a head.
If you were had a particularly hairy arm or something, could that have been done?
That would depend on, I guess, on what the examination of the hair showed. It looks like contact with a head, but based on what I know, I can't absolutely rule out contact with a hairy arm.
Okay, so the hair analysis, well, let me ask you this. Do you know if hair analysis can determine if it's head hair or body hair?
Typically so.
Okay, so the hair analysis should be able to tell us what kind of hair that was mixed in with the blood at the back of this console.
Perhaps.
Okay, and so as far as you know, it could be head hair or body hair. You don't know.
I haven't examined the hair.
The hair analysis would be able to determine if the hair came from a Caucasian or an African American.
Yes, sir, typically so.
All right, I shouldn't say African American, a person of African descent.
Yes, sir, typically so.
Okay, and you don't know what the results, if any of that were.
I don't know.
Okay, can you step down here so we don't have the judges are if the witness steps down?
Yes.
Okay, over here on the driver's side, can you tell me at the rear of the console, is that blood or does that appear to be something else?
Looks like blood running down, but I haven't done any testing on it. That's what it looks like.
Okay, what about here? And I guess, is that where the seatbelt comes up? This looks like a brush.
I'd have to look at I don't think so because it's just on one side.
Oh, I bet that's the handbrake.
Probably so.
Okay, where this black brush area, does that appear to be blood running down in front of it?
Yes, sir.
Did you examine that?
Just in looking at it.
Okay. Is there anything significant about the pattern of that blood?
Again, if you look at the rim here, it looks like it's blood that's flowing over the edge here after it's cooled on the rim.
Okay. And does it look, can you see where the blood, that was my next question, there's blood on this rim underneath the gray cover piece on the driver's side of this console, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty obviously blood.
Looks like it.
Okay, do you see where that blood leak came from to get to there?
Very well could have been running down through the crack here. But there's also contact here, so it could be running down here as well.
Okay. Now, looking at the rear of this console, and I don't want to run over Brenda, can you tell me, is there anything that looks like blood back there?
So these little rivulets here look like blood.
Okay. And do you know if they were tested to find out if they were blood?
I'd have to check Mr. Schuller's notes to see.
Okay. Would you do that, please?
Sure. Okay, on this side, he did presumptive tests on the pattern at the rear, the pattern toward the front, and the one you directed my attention to here.
Okay. And were those all positive for blood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, and then at this area here, you got a positive presumptive test for blood.
Okay, and that's, for the record, that's on top, the dark gray area on top to the front and right of the shifter slot, correct?
Yes, sir. Okay, and then 5 of the very small droplets underneath the lid.
Why don't we, let's stick to the outside. I'm going to get inside
Okay.
here in a minute.
Okay, the cup holder at presumptive positive. I believe that looked like that was all he tested.
So it doesn't look like he tested any of the stuff on the driver's side or on the back.
I don't see where he did.
All right, let's talk about the inside of the console. Can you open it up and show me where you're talking about?
This area over here. Area here, and then coming around the front edge also.
Okay, can you shine that flashlight down in there so I can see it? And can you point it out to me again?
Yes, sir. Over in this area right here where the light's hitting,
Okay.
around here, up here, and in here.
Now, what about what's here on this?
These are big drops where it's running down.
Okay. Let's take the fine drops first.
Okay.
Did you say, is that what you were talking about, the aspiration?
Expiration, yes, sir.
Expiration?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you spell that for me?
EX.
Aspiration, expiration, same thing. Actually means two totally different things, but you'll have that.
What is this, a spelling bee?
Yeah, no joke. They're trying to look at the blood spatter, and on the center console, they're basically just going back and forth on it. I thought it said hillbilly for a second. It did not. I was like, damn. Yeah, my mom's gonna come back and be like, what the fuck happened to my channel? But no, thank you all for the super chats. So Sue ×2, Zach, Frank, Gabby. I think yours is supposed to be ×2, but I only got one. Old Soul, let's go ×1, 2, 10, 11. Sticky, Cheyenne, that apparently came out of my own bank account. Thank you for that. And Puddletown. So this is actually going towards my mom's laptop or computer so she can get off of a laptop and her streams and stuff. But we're going to keep going. I don't want to stop this too long because we're actually in a pretty pivotal, or could be pivotal, moment in this. So here we go.
Piration.
Okay, thank you. And would you tell me again what your opinion is to how that got in there?
Well, it's consistent with expirated blood, where the blood would be coming from the passenger side and to the rear, moving, as I'm indicating here, toward the driver's side and toward the front of the vehicle to deposit on those surfaces, but not on the other surfaces, not on the rear or on the passenger side.
Okay. Is there any other way that blood could have gotten there in that pattern?
It's pretty fine blood stains. The other possibility would be a gunshot, and I don't know of any gunshots that took place. So,
okay, anything other than gunshot and expiration?
Nothing else comes to my mind.
Okay, let me ask you this. If the body, your opinion is that probably the head came in and hit somewhere in here, correct?
That's what it looks like.
Could it have been that when the head hit, that caused a spray?
It's not an impact spatter pattern. It's too fine for that.
Okay. So there is, explain to me what an impact spatter pattern would look like.
Where an object hits a bloody surface or a bloody object hits a surface, and the spatter that comes from the impact.
Okay. And that would look different than this?
There'd be some bigger drops in it, yes, sir. These are all real fine drops.
Was the console open or closed when that blood spatter got into there?
Well, it would have to be open.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the ones that are on the bigger drops. Do you have an opinion as to how those got in there?
Running down from the edge there, they start at the top and run downward. So this is a bloody object where blood is actually running down there.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is there any blood, or does there appear to be on the top edge right here?
Not much, just a little bit.
Okay, then do you have an opinion as to whether or not the console was open or closed when the droplets I'm talking about here on the passenger side of the inside of the console were formed?
Open.
It was open.
Yes, sir.
And what's your opinion on how that got there?
The blood here?
Yes.
A bloody object collecting blood and allowing it to run down on this surface.
What about right here on the top of the driver's side, underneath the console lid, but not inside the recess? What about right there on top?
There's a stain there.
One lobby, like you're good. So I think that's what they're saying. Like when he came through the windshield, I think they're talking about. I gotta be careful because YouTube gets mad, but I'm too graphic. I think it's like how he was laying through the windshield. So if like the windshield was here, he came through. Head is down here. And so when you have the center console here, it's basically the blood pouring down over. I think that's what they are saying. I wish that they showed more pictures of like the center console being in the car instead of having it up on the stand. So don't quote me on that. I think that's what they're saying, but I'm not 100% sure. But we'll keep watching to see if they clarify this.
Any number of ways it could have gotten there.
Can we get the door panel? Is there anything else significant about this console that I haven't asked you about?
Oh, there is glass, a great deal of glass inside the console. A lot of it has blood stains on it. There's a good bit of blood inside the cup holder here.
And what does that indicate to you?
That the console's open.
Hold on one second. So he came through the right side. So if you're driving a car in the US at least, you're gonna be on the left side. And like the steering wheel and everything will be on your left side. If you're in a different country, it'll be on the right side. But this is US. So she came through what would be, from my understanding, the passenger side and was just dangling there. So it's fucked up. Yeah. I watched his earlier today. Between Baker's Stream and this one, horrific ties. Yeah, y'all need to do better about your damn ties. Because they suck.
At what point?
At the time blood is being spattered and glass being scattered.
Would this be consistent with the console being open at the time that the body came through the windshield?
Yes, sir.
And for that to be consistent with this theory that his head came up here, that would mean that his head would have to come all the way into the car up against the passenger seat, kind of in where the console was.
Yes, sir.
Can you think of, and I think I may have asked you this, but I want to make sure, can you think, is there any other way that the fine droplets could have wound up inside this console other than expiration or a gunshot?
Well, all the pattern we see is very fine drops. I don't see larger drops. I don't see running blood. I don't see anything else to explain it. And it's all on the inside of the driver's side and the inside of the front surface, indicating a direction coming in this direction as opposed to this direction or any other direction.
You said you think it's that this is consistent with the console being open and the body coming all the way through the windshield.
Yes, sir.
Is what you see on this console consistent with any other scenario?
I'm sure it is. It's hard to,
Can you think of one?
well, I mean, obviously if the blood is still wet, obviously some of the blood could be transferred when the body's moved. If you've got a bloody surface, there are any number of ways to explain most blood stains.
There's no way to tell for sure these transfer stains, if it could have been someone else who touched. There's no way to tell who, the specific person who touched and caused that transfer stain, correct?
I don't have any basis for saying that. All I can say is that the blood is wet while this is happening.
All right, let's look at the door panel.
Okay.
Your Honor, it might be easier if we did this down in the well. Court, you want to step on that? All right. Set it here. Why don't you show me? Let me get my notes. Okay. The first contact transfer we talked about, I think you showed me in the pictures right here. Oh, wait. Let me mark that. All right, I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 176. Can you tell me what this is?
This is the interior panel from the passenger door.
Okay. I want you to go through and show me, well, why don't we start with the collective pattern of blood stains in and around the pocket on the passenger door, and show me exactly which ones you were talking about.
Okay, that would be these on the exterior surface.
Okay. And just for the record, those are kind of at the bottom of the opening where the pocket goes?
Yes, sir.
And to the right of the speaker opening, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. Or is that the one you were talking about?
That's the one I pointed out. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then inside the pocket, there's a running little rivulet of blood. There's a good amount of blood that's collected on the bottom, and there is some contact smearing right here.
And that would be on the, if you turned this exhibit, and I already forgot the exhibit number, 176 over, and you pulled back, it looks like a little piece of carpeting in the middle of where this door panel is. You're talking about the bottom of the recess of that cavity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there anything else in there besides blood?
Great deal of glass.
Okay, and does that appear to be windshield glass, or can you tell?
Certainly possible. I didn't do any testing on it.
I'm going to ask you
like
some of the same questions I asked you about the console. Again, tell me how you think that stain got there.
Just the general appearance with a contact with a bloody object on the outside, and then an unstained area, and then a contact transfer on the inside. It would certainly be consistent with a bleeding hand inside the pocket like this.
Could you tell if that hand was wearing gloves or not from that stain?
No, there's no ridge detail. There's no fabric impression. All I have is just a contact transfer.
Is it possible that the hand was wearing rubber gloves?
Certainly, I can't exclude that.
Okay. Is it possible something other than a hand caused that?
Well, it's certainly possible. I can't think of anything else that's going to wrap around and touch at the bottom. And also, it looks like it has to be something that's bleeding actively, because there's a great deal of blood collected there that didn't all run down that one place there.
Okay. And just so we're clear for the record, there's what appeared, I'm going to call it a drip.
Okay.
That starts kind of at the top of the bend that drips and goes straight down, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you think that blood was deposited at the same time the blood in the drip was deposited at the same time as the blood in the contact stain?
Probably at the same time, yes, sir. That'd be my understanding how this most likely would happen.
Okay. Can you think of any other way that this pattern of stains could have got there?
I can't think of another way, but someone else might.
Let's turn this back over.
Max, we'll bring some more tape out.
You want to do that first before we flip it?
Yeah, he's getting it.
Okay.
Okay, now we're looking back at the outside of States 176, and we've talked about the contact pattern on the pocket, at the bottom of the pocket. What about the blood that's down here? It looks like it's the top left corner of the speaker panel.
Fairly ill-defined blood stain. Could very well be a contact transfer.
Okay. Any opinion about how that got there?
It's contact transfer, something bloody touched it or something touched it after a blood draw was there.
Miles?
What are you talking about? Max, can you explain the blood in flight and talking about?
There's a couple of spatters here. Circle.
Okay, explain those to me.
Blood in flight, there's not a pattern that would suggest a common origin that would define any event. All we can say is there is blood in flight, which looks like spatter from, could be cast off, could be impact. It'd be hard to say because there's no pattern.
That consistent with blood that would have been placed there when the body came through the windshield?
It'd be possible, yes, sir.
Okay. Is it consistent with any other thing, any other way it could have gotten there that you can think of?
In many ways.
Maybe some.
Movement inside the body afterward, removing the body from the car, any number of ways.
So that you can't say for sure if these stains, and right now we're talking about what I'm gonna call the top of the door panel on States 176. And there appear to be several drops.
Right.
It looks like there's 4 kind of in the top right corner, and another 4, a little bit more inside above the upholstered area. Are there any other ones you see?
Yeah, there's one right here. There's
That one's another window cowling.
right.
Okay.
Maybe one there. You're pretty well all over.
And so all you can say is that that is blood in flight. Explain to me what you mean by blood in flight.
As opposed to, it flew to get there, as opposed to being transferred by touch.
Okay. And you don't know how that got there. Could have been when the body came through the windshield. Could have been when they took the body out.
Yes, sir. Any number of ways it could happen.
What about this spot right here that is above, I'm gonna call it the rear mat pocket and just below the upholstery?
Say the same thing about it. It's a little bit, looks like a little bit more blood, but it could get there in any number of ways.
Is that blood in flight?
Yes, sir.
Now, what about this place right here that is below and to the right of the door handle?
Looks like transfers or smears.
And what about right here above the mat pocket?
Transfers.
Okay.
And do you have any opinion as to how those got there?
Again, a bloody surface touches it or smears the blood that's on it.
So that could have been when the body was removed, could have been when the body came through, could have been movement after it came through.
Yes, sir. A whole number of ways that can be done.
I think I'm done with that. Is there anything else about this door panel that you think is significant that you're going to testify about?
No, sir, I don't believe so.
May I approach the witness again?
You may.
I want to go back to the pictures. Miles, if I could take this thing out of here. All right, on the pictures, you said that there was obviously a defect in the roof of the car.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I think we're looking at States 46.
Yes, sir.
That shows part of it. Is there another picture that shows some of it?
Yes, sir. 48 does, 49 does, 50 does. Did you say the front part of the roof or?
Just the roof in general. I want to add, let me look at 50.
Okay.
Do you have an opinion as to how what appears to be this dent got in the top of that roof?
No, sir. That would be out of my area of inquiry.
Okay, and you're not going to give any opinion about that?
No,
Okay.
sir, I'm not.
Now, there appears to be a pretty big transfer stain on the top of that roof, correct?
Well, there's a lot of pooled blood, it looks like. Yes, sir.
Okay, you have any opinion about how that got there?
There's a bleeding surface giving rise to it.
Okay, and are you planning on giving any testimony about that?
No, sir.
All right, other than the blood spatter, do you have any other opinions that you're going to testify about here today?
I don't know what else I'm going to be asked. I have a lot of opinions. I mean,
Well, we got plenty of time, so why don't we fire?
I may be asked about glass and a hammer.
All right, let's start there. Glass and the hammer.
Okay.
What can you tell me about that?
The hammer is consistent with having been used to break glass.
Okay, and that hammer, just so we're clear, that hammer's found in the car, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where?
That's where I found it. Well, I found it on the back seat, I believe, which was loose.
Okay.
The
And-
seat loose.
And the hammer's consistent with having been used to break glass?
Yes, sir.
Why?
It's got gouges where the hammer head has been scratched by glass. Gouges cut into it by the glass.
Is there any way to tell which glass it was used to break? Windshield, rear window, side windows, anything?
The physical characteristics wouldn't differentiate. It was actually consistent with all, with the inside and outside portions of the windshield and the rear window. Testing was a little bit limited because the glass was all pulverized. A little bit harder to do testing on those size particles.
Other than what you just stated, is there anything significant about the glass and the hammer?
No, sir.
What other opinions have you, based on your analysis, have you formed? Excuse me.
There were fingerprints removed from the car.
Okay, let's talk about those.
Okay.
Where?
Driver's side rear window, exterior, 2 of them. Driver's side edge of the trunk lid. Passenger side rear window, exterior, 2 of them. The rear of the passenger side door, the passenger side front window, interior surface.
Okay, any of those fingerprints have blood in them?
I don't believe so, no, sir.
Have you been told if they were matched to anybody?
I have.
And who did they match?
One of the prints on the driver's side rear window exterior surface was identified as the left palm print of Chante Mallard. The other one on the rear window exterior surface on the driver's side was identified as the right palm print of Chante Mallard. The passenger side rear window exterior, one of those prints is possibly identifiable but could not be identified with the print submitted. And the rest of them were not identifiable.
Now that one that was possibly identified, who was it possibly identified to?
No, it was possibly identifiable, but was not identified with the known prints that were submitted.
Okay. In summary, you didn't find anybody other than Chante Mallard's prints on any of the prints that were taken off the car?
Well, we did, but we don't know who it was. That one, last one I mentioned, that's a possibly identifiable print, and we can't find any corresponding area of Chante Mallard's known prints that match that.
Okay, or anybody else that was submitted?
No one else that was submitted.
All right, other than fingerprints, what else did y'all do?
Some of the hairs and hair fragments that were recovered was identified as being typical of Caucasian hair.
Do you know which hair fragments those were?
From the roof at the windshield, as shown in States 48.
They were typical of Caucasian hair. Was that body hair or head hair?
Doesn't say. The inboard front passenger seat belt, the buckle segment that we were looking at earlier, that's a small section of Caucasian hair.
That was on the passenger buckle of the seat belt.
Yes, sir. And that's, unless I've missed something, the only place he made those statements.
And that was Caucasian hair?
Typical of Caucasian hair, yes, sir.
Okay. And does it say whether it was body hair or head hair?
None of those said.
Okay. Have you formed an opinion as to what the position of the body in the car was at any time?
Well,
whether it moved?
I would say it would be consistent with, based on the evidence that we've been talking about, it would be consistent with at some point the head being toward the back of the passenger front seat, the left hand into the pocket compartment of the passenger door. That would fit the evidence I've seen.
Okay, I want to kind of go through this with you, make sure I understand. When you said the head to the rear of the front seat.
And inside surface, yes, sir.
Okay, does that mean that the head would have been facing the driver's seat?
Well, it would have to at one time to fit that on the expirated blood in the console.
Okay, is there any way to know when during this episode that blood was placed in the console?
No, sir.
Okay, so it could have been right when the body came through the windshield, could have been later.
Sure.
And do you think that, and I want to make sure I'm clear on this, you're saying that at some point there was a hand inside the door pocket?
That's what it looks like to me, to explain the contact transfers and a significant amount of bleeding inside the pocket.
Is there any way to say whether or not the hand was inside the door panel at the same time that the head was in the seat?
I don't know any way to tell if those happen together or at separate times. I don't know.
Okay. Is it possible the blood was already in the door panel and that a hand later went inside it and smudged it?
I can't imagine how it would get in there. I mean, it has to be running directly into there. It didn't, in my opinion, all run down that little rivulet. So something actually has to be depositing blood in there. The only way I can see that is if a bleeding object sticking in there, and that would match the fingers of Mr. Biggs.
Okay. Do you have an opinion as if his head came through and was in the seat? Do you have an opinion as to how much, if any, of his body could have been sticking out of the windshield?
I don't know. It'd be possible for some of it to be sticking out.
It'd also be possible for none of it to be sticking out, correct?
I suspect it would be possible, yes, sir.
You can't say for sure when the blood was in, or excuse me, when the hand was inside that door panel, can you?
It looks like while the hand was bleeding.
Was there any blood on the dash?
I don't recall any significant amount of blood on the dash, the instrument panel.
I mean, was there any spatter?
I don't recall really seeing any.
Okay, what about, and when I'm not talking about now the dash that you look at with the instrument panel, but up to where, say, the dash goes to meet the windshield at the bottom on the passenger side. Was there any blood there?
I don't recall seeing any, and I don't see any in the photographs.
Does that make a difference in your analysis of whether or not there was any or all of the body hanging out of the window?
Not really. I don't know what active bleeding might have been taking place down there.
Is there any blood on the headliner?
Yes, sir, there's a little bit.
Where?
Okay, I'm trying to decipher Mr. Schiller's notes here, so. That would be a stain basically in the center part of the headliner toward the front. And if the visors were in place, it would be just about as far back as the visor. If the visor is up against the headliner, about the width of a visor back from the front and more or less in the center of it.
Okay. Do you have any opinion as to how that blood stain got there?
I didn't see it, so I really couldn't say.
So you don't know if it's a transfer stain or a flight stain?
It says surface smears, so I would say it would be transfer.
Do you have any opinion as to how long the head was in contact with the console and the seat belt?
No, sir. None.
It could have been a very short amount of time.
Yes, sir.
It is consistent with your analysis that the body came through the windshield, hits near the console and the seat belt, and then either moves or slides or somehow ends up back down towards the floorboard.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I don't think that's what Mr. Courtney said. I think Mr. Nguyen has misstated the evidence there.
Is it?
Well, I mean, all I've said is that the head has to be there at some point for this to fit what I've described, and could have been there a short while, and I have not made any comment of where it might have gone after that.
Okay. Is it consistent with what you've seen?
Is what consistent with what I've
I'm
seen?
about to ask you. Is it consistent with your analysis that the body came through the windshield, the head hits the back of the console and the seat belt, and then the body ends up with the head down in the floorboard?
That's certainly possible. I haven't seen the passenger seat or the carpeting, so don't know.
Where did you get trained in blood spatter analysis?
Back before there was much training, I did independent research in the early 1970s. I did several seminars that included just as minor details of it. Did reading of the journals, and then I took a course in 81, I believe, at UT Arlington. I actually sponsored and attended the course. And I've been to a number of meetings of several different societies engaged with that. Done my own research. I've made my own publications, taught my own classes.
Council Crowe. Mid-morning break.
We're not going to get into that. We will get into that tomorrow. Hell of a trial. That's all I can say. Hell of a trial. And I just, yeah, that's how it's hideous. It is. So tomorrow we will do, we got to behave tomorrow. Not really. But we will get into part 3 of Max Courtney's testimony and keep going. I mean, this has been one that it's mind-blowing to me. Like that's really all I can say. Is this trial is absolutely mind-blowing to me. But we'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard or Eastern time. However you fucking say it. 5 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Volcano, vagina, something's burning. Please go see a doctor the following day time. But make sure you guys like and subscribe. And also thank everybody that has sent a super chat, membership update, gifted memberships. We really do appreciate it. And I thank you all so much. But tomorrow we got to behave just a little bit because alternate juror will be back. So, all right, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening.